do 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 do. What's up, Michael? What's up, Shane? What's up, Cyber Redneck? How are you? Damn, Michael. No, you're not. Shut him right now. Jeez. Do 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 do. Bing bing. That is not the document I wanted. That's my members. Where is my FS22 tags? One last time. Let's go. What's up, Williams Aviation? How are you? Nothing much. Well, that's fun. Doing just fine. How about you? I'm doing well, sir. Quite well. Okay, that's done. And then we have to do this. That's done. Then we head on over. No, Jesus Christ. Oh my God. Edit that. Just copy and paste this. What's up, Steve? That's good to hear, Williams. Steve in the house. Filming. Let's do one more time. Done. And then we hit that. Okay. Okay. That's good to go. Put that out. Put that there. Sorry. I really miss the days where you could just hit the button to start streaming and then you could hit start, like you could actually start it on the YouTubes. That's not gonna work. Hold on. So I could have this all set up before I even start streaming. Those were the days, and I don't know why they ever changed it on YouTube, because that was a great feature. That was one thing that I bragged about YouTube, was that feature, and they took it away. They just took it away. Said you ain't having this cool shit anymore. All right. There we go. I can close this out now. I forgot we gotta put that to live chat. Alright. Where would I left off? Almost copyright. Did I say that wasn't copyright? It was someone on Twitch. Make some noise. Holler if you hear me. What's up, Jesse? How are you? I don't know why that song stuck in my head. I haven't heard it in forever. Then you have what was it Crazy Frog or whatever? Bing 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 bing. I was jamming the 80s music today, but is that 80s? Makes me want to watch Beverly Hills Cop. Yep, that's what it's from. '80s rock or country. I was listening to like '80s hits. So it was like '80s rock and like '80s pop. I'm more of a '90s country guy. You know, nothing against '80s country, but I feel like '90s country is where it was at. George Strait, Brooks and Dunn. Who else are we missing here? Brooks and Dunn was always my favorite. There's so many good ones. Late '90s, early 2000s. Clint Black, Gary Allen. I know Garth Brooks was a huge one, but he's kind of shady now, isn't he? Been listening to a lot of Zach Top and Cody Jinks, etc. Found a good place to Spotify. Cody Jinks is really good. I really do enjoy his stuff. I don't know. I haven't listened to Jamie Johnson's new album yet. That came out today, didn't it? Was it the 8th or the 5th? I don't remember. I knew it was forgetting something. Yeah, Jamie Johnson's got a new album out. I gotta go listen to that. Today's country and country. Yeah, for the most part. Oh my god. Really? Dude. I don't know why you would advertise another stream while I'm streaming. That is just like the rudest damn thing. What's up again, Jesse? Should be out there. Yeah, I think it said the 8th. I could be wrong. Friday's a weird release day, in my opinion. Because I guess because I worked retail and electronics, and that new release day was always Tuesday. But yeah, I gotta go listen to that. I'm a hardcore Jamie Johnson fan. I was upset when he was going on just a few years ago, like as late as like 2020. He was going on about how he wasn't going to write a new album and all this other stuff. Yeah, Midnight Gasoline. Nothing much. How are you? I'm pretty good. Jesse, thanks for asking. It's saying something when Post Malone can make a better country album than 95% of the country music stars these days. Oof. That save hits hard. Hot take, I'm not the biggest fan of Jelly Roll. You, sir, can get bent. Is it hard crashing? What's going on here? Jesus, Pete. I don't know what that was. Is that a save? Jelly Roll's another one that can make a better country album than 95% of the country music stars out there. This shit that they call country these days. Ugh. Same with rock. I went on this. I think I did the same rant last week. Rock station these days, like all the bands sound exactly the same. Like they don't sound any different. If you listen to a rock station, if it's not like early 2000s and 90s rock, like current hits and everything, it all sounds exactly the same. It sounds like the every single band has the same exact lead singer. It's just like, what is this? I can't stand Luke Combs. He's overplayed. Dude, if this guy does not fucking stop. Jesus fuck. It's like it doesn't register that, I'm removing everything and maybe you should stop posting pictures. Like, what's up, Chad? How are you? Oh yeah, I give up on new. Yeah, it's not rock anymore. They're all doing this whole poppy sound. Like, it sounds like they took like early 2000s hard rock and put early 2000s punk rock singers in the front of every band, and I was like, that doesn't go well together. That's why I listen to stuff not on the radio. Well, I kind of got I remembered the issue now, but I've been driving around my dad's Pathfinder, and it only has a CD player, and all my CDs are packed away in the storage unit because we thought we were going to be moved by now. So I couldn't really listen to those, so I got one of them cheap FM transmitters. That way I can just listen to Spotify and transmit it over to FM radio, and it actually sounds pretty good. But I got stuck listening to the radio anytime I was in that thing, and I hated it. It's like 50% ads and 49% just garbage music, and then you got 1% of like really good music. My buddy is a little local garage band. They can do rock better than any big band. Yeah. That's because, like, everyone turned to this. It's gotta have the same exact sound to sell. Like, the radio thinks that everybody, like, they see what a winning song sounds like, and then they just try to, like, every band just tries to recreate that, so that's what radio plays. I'm doing pretty good, Chad, despite my ranting about music. Hello, Mississippi Fire Department emergency guy. How are you? Oh, I am missing a row here. But yeah, it's sad state when like I was going on. I think it was last week I was talking about this, where my favorite stations were like the stations that played the 80s. That was the best. That and 107.1 The Duck, which is like 60s and 70s. Have you got the early FS20? Clearly not, but I'm still playing Farm Sim 22. It's pre-ordered. I don't suck up the Giant, so I don't ever get anything from Giants. The only people that get Farm Sim 25 are the people that just, oh my god, everything Giants does is amazing. And I've never been that type of guy to just, kiss their ass. So I guess that's why I never get access to anything. Of course, I'm not as popular as other people are, though. But then again, I'm not gonna post farm sim 7 days a week. Come with me as I mow the same grass for the 100th time. To me, it makes a good band or singer has their own sound. 100%. I even like, even if the music isn't the greatest, like the sound, I still respect an artist more that actually writes their own music.
Hello.
Oh, hello, Brandon. There's a lot of people that don't write their own music. Your most popular stuff's not written by the actual singer / band. Do you like any other FS YouTubers? No. I don't hate on anyone if that's like there's not any. I mean, there's a couple that I find distasteful, and I don't particularly care for, but no, it's not. I just don't watch Farm Sim like I used to. The only one, I don't even know if he still does Farm Sim content. Ever since I started doing Farm Sim content, I don't watch any other Farm Sim content, and that was Dirt Hebbers. He was my favorite guy to watch before I started doing it myself. He's the one that did mod spotlights before I did. He just he just did like everything. I just heavily focused on American mods. But Dirt Hebbers was my favorite Farm Sim guy. Like I said, I don't know if he still does it or not. It's been quite a bit. I know he retired at one point, but then I think he came back. I'm not 100% certain. But yeah, there's quite a bit of other people that have bought their subscribers. I saw the proof of that, and it's just like, there's people that started off the same time I did, bought a crap ton of subscribers, and yeah, they're getting the early access games because they sucked up. Got some bad news today from my. What was that, Chad? Those are the people I don't like. The people that grew through cheaty ways, paying for it. And like I said, I've seen the proof from their quote unquote friends where they paid for it for their subscribers. So no respect for people who do that. Just like people that buy Instagram followers and all that. Just like it's like cheating in CS:GO. Excuse me, CS2 now. I don't understand why people cheat in those games. Like, yeah, you get a high rank, but you didn't come by it naturally. So how is that an achievement? In my opinion, like, you're not achieving anything when you paid for it, or you cheated your way there. I don't know. Good evening, sir.
Good evening.
Yeah, there's some who do weird farming videos and make no sense, not real. I mean, I'm not the most realistic. You know, we do some by the book, but there's a lot of things we don't do that's unrealistic. But you know, there's people out there that literally post the same type of video in Farm Sim every single day, and most of their following like are kids and eat it up, and I understand that, but not for me, man. Not for me. But there are some good ones out there still. Don't get me wrong. There's a lot of what I call shitiots out there, but there are some really good ones. I think personally the ones I've interacted with that are the good ones would be like Rental Man. He's pretty chill. I've actually had a couple conversations with him. And, I mean, his mods are top notch. What's up, Funny? How are you doing, man? There's some other ones I've talked to, and we've gone over this a lot. I won't mention any names, but they were just rips the ass in the video, and then oh, my truck slipped. No, you just farted, bro. Like they will get the ultimate herder, and it's like 6-row header, and he gets the whole field. Yeah, we do that for stone picking, like the tedious work. Stone picking is I think this is the only one we have. We do have some like high capacity trailers just for hauling stuff from point A to point B, but for the most part we try to keep it somewhat real. It's not cool enough to get early access. Yeah. Like I said, I don't kiss Giant's ass, so I don't get it. The only thing, and which kind of makes me think that Giants does actually watch my videos, is the only DLC and what have you that I've ever been given without, you know, having to pay for it. I've applied for all of them. The only one I ever got was Kubota, and that was the only one I was like really excited for, and I got approved for that one. I haven't been approved for anything else, just that. And it's like I call out Giants when they shit the bed, and I don't kiss their ass. So apparently that's I don't get the access to the game. Whereas all these other creators that are just on their knees. Everything Giants does is amazing. They get access. I like that fact sheet today. I saw it. Yeah, I was like, I would use that if it has a significant amount of customization. I will use that throughout the entirety of Farm Sim 25 because I do like those international trucks, the CVs. Which, I mean, if they're going to get that, they might as well get the Chevy version, right? The license and it. It's the same truck, just a different grill. What's up, Redneck Gaming? How are you, sir? Member for 5 months. Look at you.
I am very turned on right now.
V-Farmer is the poster child for kissing? I don't even know who that is. I just know Captain. Gotta love him. But Jesus Christ, he was just posting non-stop pictures from somebody else's stream while I was streaming, and it's just like, why? Why would you do that in a Discord? Advertise someone else's stream while I'm streaming. Like, that's just... Redneck Gaming, thank you for the $2 super chat, sir. Much appreciated. Man, that... How is that... How is that star like the same color in both? On my screen, it's like the same color on both of those banners. All you see is the star outline. Virtual Farmer, I think he is British. Oh, well, that explains it. I just got a lot of comments. One shitting on me that I you know, voiced the opinion that I wasn't super excited for 25, but then I also got a lot of comments saying they appreciated my honesty, and so many other people are just going, oh, it's gonna be so great, it's the greatest game ever, and stuff like that. And I was one just like, yeah, this is kind of dumb, like tornadoes and all that. I find that that's not interesting to me whatsoever. I don't think that justifies a whole new game. Yeah, it has some new mechanics, but it's basically crop destruction, which has been in the game. It's just a random crop destruction instead of you driving through the field to to destroy crops. Like it has no, does no effect on your buildings. It has no effect on your vehicles or anything. So why, why would I care about it? I got 25. I did too. I mean, I have my opinion on it has changed somewhat. I've seen some things like the stuff that. Here's the thing: the stuff that they're advertising is the shit that only console players find interesting, like the new vehicles and everything. I mean, because we've had that stuff on PC. We've had it for a long time. It's nothing. Oh my god, the stuff that they're advertising is all console based to make them happy. If you look, underneath all that crap, you'll see some actual like gems in there that's like, okay, all right, I dig this. I'm pretty good Redneck Gaming, thanks for asking. I am not too bad, just comprehend didn't come out very good. Oh, okay. So, well, I don't know what's going on there, sir. But yeah, 100% everything that they're hyping up for this new game is all just for console. I wanted the Magdon pack. I could take it or leave it. Like that's the other thing that they don't understand is they make DLCs to where everyone has to buy it to play multiplayer, and that's very unfair. Whereas like ATS and everything, one person can buy the DLC and, people wouldn't be able to use it, but they can still see it in the game and you can still run a multiplayer server with it. Same with like Construction Simulator, like only one person has to buy the DLC and everyone can see it. So that's why I don't do the DLCs. And the fact that they've started putting like how do I put it? Putting things in the game that should be free behind a paywall, like the whole passenger script from the Kubota DLC. This is shoddy practices, and I feel like we're gonna get a lot more of that in 25. Yeah, Chad, you already said that, dude, and I asked what was the issue. Sorry, I was reading chat and I somehow managed to wedge myself up on this.
I'll be back in a little bit.
Cool.
Sweet.
Not like he was actively contributing anything anyway.
I mean, neither was I. I don't really have much interesting going on, so.
Oh, okay.
Well, I discovered today do you have a printer at your place?
Yeah.
Okay. So you know how it's like if you need to get a new cartridge, it's like cheaper to buy a whole new printer? Depending on what printer you have.
Pretty much. Well, we got an HP, which they have a program where you can, if you use a certain amount of month, only use below a certain amount a month, you like the.
Oh shit!
It's like a
really
subscription thing. Yeah, they'll send you new
HP
cartridges.
too.
I don't know what. Yeah, that's a question for my wife because she's the one that did it. But that's how we get our. Jonathan didn't take anything.
Yeah, I guess when we had the cheaper ones.
What?
Like we had one, and it was like it was like intro to printer, and then when it came time to replace the cartridge, a new printer was like $50 or $60, and then like the cartridge was like 65 or something like that. Like, okay, so I found out the same thing we were going to with the wallpaper steamers. So we rented one last weekend, and can't remember if I told you that I just got absolutely bitched out by an old person, and I gave it right back to him, and I don't think I can go back to that hardware store.
This is news to me.
Oh, okay. So, last weekend, we rented a wallpaper steamer. It's like a 2-gallon unit that heats up, like, obviously, like, heats up the water to, like, the steam. And then there's a hose, and then you get, like, I don't know, like a 9x12, like, flat thing that has a handle on it where the
Story
steam
time,
goes
yeah,
to, and
right,
that's what you
Steve.
rub, like, against the wallpaper, and then you take, like, a putty knife thing and, like, scrape the wallpaper off. So, we rented that. We used it. It got dirty. In a sense, like, there were, like, little pieces, like, scraps of wallpaper and stuff still, like, stuck to the hose and stuff. We were given no instructions on how to use the thing, like, how to, like, there were no, like, terms and conditions to sign off on or anything like that. So, like, I had no idea. And it was, like, to be honest, the thing was old as shit, and it wasn't very clean to begin with when we got it. So, when I returned it, went to the back counter, and this older guy was just like, "Oh, this is dirty. Did you even bother cleaning it?" And I was like, "Well, like, kinda, but I didn't really know." He's like, "I'm not gonna clean this shit. You kidding me? That's gonna take a whole day to clean." And I'm like, "Why? You can't even just bring it back in decent condition?" Then just started, like, going off on me about it. Meanwhile, the kid at the register is, like, just trying to check me out to, like, finish the paperwork. And so the guy brings the thing down there behind the counter and it's like drops it on the ground, and he's like, I'm not gonna clean this. That's ridiculous. People can't bring stuff back in decent condition. I'm gonna see why we rent stuff. And so I was just, like, leaned around the person that was doing the checkout, and I was like, dude, you don't have to be a dick about it. I was like, you guys provided no paperwork as to how to return this thing. We have no idea what we're doing. I'm super sorry. Like, if it was supposed to be, like, fully, like, pressure washed down, like, I had truly sorry I brought it back in this condition, but we just didn't know any better, and that's not like us. It's like, I feel badly about it. Then he just, like, wouldn't let it go. But, like, I truly felt bad that the condition I returned to them, like, wasn't up to their standards. And he just kept going, so I was just like, yeah, you don't have to be a dick about it. Next time you can leave some, like, effing instructions. And, like, we gladly, like, adhere to everything, but, like, do a better job when you rent stuff out. So it's like, U-Haul tells you how it needs to be returned. Rental cars tell you how it needs to be returned. I'm renting this from you. And so I told him off, and then he's like, turns around and he's on his workbench and he's like flipping through a calendar. And I was told the kid, I was like, that effing guy. And he's like, he's just grumpy today. Man, so I left, and the kid came out, like, running out the door after me, and he's like, hey, I'm really sorry for that guy. Like, he's just a grouch today. I don't know what got into him. Like, you're good. And I was like, well, thanks. I appreciate that. Oh, yeah, I told the guy, I was like, you don't have to clean it. We're going to need it next weekend anyways, so, like, don't bother cleaning it. We'll just, like, leave it as is and pick it up. Like, not a big deal. So, yeah, I got into a shouting match with an old guy.
Pick it up.
And it's like the old hardware. It's like one of those, like, small hardware, sort of like Ace Hardware. Like, small, individually owned hardware stores. And I'm like, yeah, I'm sure that story got around to everyone that works there, and now I don't think we can rent from there anymore, let alone, like, go there. So we were looking at other places. So we were like, Home Depot and Lowe's are like the other places that'll rent that stuff. And then but it's more expensive. And I looked at the rental thing, because we were just going to get 2 of them just to go to town and just get it all done with. And one of them for the long weekend was like $130. So 2 of them was going to be $260. And then I was like, oh, I'm curious. So I went and looked up how much it would cost to buy a new one. And it's $65.
Jesus.
Yeah,
So they're
so
charging
it'd be,
double the price just to rent it.
so for the price of renting one for the long weekend, I can buy 2.
God damn.
Like, I don't think they're like in this. They're not like industrial. Like this thing was industrial, but it was also like one of the first wallpaper steamers ever invented. But so like, these are a little bit more like, residential. So I don't think they're gonna do as well. But
God damn,
still,
how much wallpaper you got in place?
literally the entire house.
Good lord.
Yeah.
Are you painting it? You can put up new
Yeah.
wallpaper.
So the problem is, no, God no.
Yeah, just
So the
the
problem
Shane
is-
said, go ahead and buy it and rent it to people.
I mean, seriously, I might. My buddy's house, like, he bought something that was in like much worse condition than the house that we bought, and he was like, "Oh yeah, we got it for cheap, and we're gonna like do all the renovations and stuff." And that was 5 years ago. Hasn't done a single thing.
He didn't have a time specific, date. So,
No, yeah, I guess. I guess, yeah, but like 5 years.
what's
Like,
up,
he could've
Jackson?
at
How
least
are you?
done something. Like the house, it sucks. Like it really sucks. So he's gonna need it at some point.
Like, how much does that old dick at the hardware store quote you? I'll do it for $10 cheaper.
Yeah, right.
And I won't bitch about it when you return it. It's not clean.
Yeah, that was just like I don't want to deal with that. Like, I just don't want to deal with it.
It's good to
So
use,
I
right?
gotta pick those up in the morning. I doubt they're gonna be as good, but whatever. At least we'll be able to have like 2 people on it. Because we did. Oh yeah, and I was gonna say the walls. They're not drywall. They're plaster. So it's like it's a rough surface to take wallpaper off of. So like, my wife got through the hallway last weekend, and it's
Won't it be
just, like, it
available
doesn't
Monday
look
night,
good.
Jackson? I think it's available Monday night. So if you bought it from their website,
And
you can
we still
preload
have
it
like
now.
the entire kitchen to do, the entire upstairs living room and entryway, which is like we're gonna need like a 10-foot ladder to get some of that wallpaper in like the landing area. The stairs that go downstairs, and then the entire like second living room downstairs.
Yeah,
That's
me too.
all wallpaper. Yep. The only thing that wasn't wallpaper were like the bedrooms. But those are the smallest rooms in the house, so. Yep.
Have you decided on a color for paint?
No. That one's on me.
I think this is the 12th. Yeah, well, that's the release date.
I have
but
to figure out a
Usually it gets
color
released the night
scheme.
before. I'm a dark gray guy. If I could paint my walls, that's what color
So-
my walls would be, like a dark gray.
So we could do a darker color because, like, the house, like, it gets so much light, like, so much light for a lack of windows. It's like one of the brighter houses I've been into, so we could handle a darker color. But I don't know. I might do one of the bedrooms like a forest green. It's like white trim. Like the bedroom on the back of the house because it gets the most light. Because then it wouldn't seem as dark. And then the hallway, I was thinking of like a light, very light gray. Just kind of like neutral colors. Outside of one of the bedrooms, just to
I would look see if I'm able to download it. Yeah, that's how
get
it
the
was
ball
for
rolling.
19.
Because I'm sure, like once we get to
and
the point of like
22,
redoing the kitchen and redoing the
the
bathroom, and
night before the release
all that
date is
stuff,
when
like,
when
the
you're
colors
able
are
to
going to change
download it and play
anyways.
it.
So I'd rather have something that's easy to change out,
Where
like
did you
paint
get
over.
that Mac Pinnacle is AJ. Is it AJ's pack or is it Northeast? Ontario, whatever.
I was looking at John Deere
Canada
mowers
edit?
the other day.
One of those two. AJ had part in making it, so I just call it AJ's. But I think it was released by someone else. If you bought it on Steam, you have to wait until the 12th. Steam's always the last to release.
That's pretty
no,
exciting.
Steam's always the night before.
My wife was
'Cause
like,
I
counting
had
up all of the
physical
tools that we
copies
would need for
19,
stuff between like leaf blowers
and everybody ordered it from Steam was playing
snow
the night
blower
before release day. So
lawnmower. And she's like, you know what? You should just get a John Deere tractor.
22 I had the night before release.
Ride
as
on
well.
mower. You can just get all the attachments for all of that stuff. So it's just one thing instead of
Dang.
3. And I was like, you don't realize what you're giving me permission to do.
Full blown yard tractor out back.
Mm-hmm.
Takes 2 swipes to go through the yard.
No, I wish it would be something like that, but no, this will just be like the basic ride-on tractor. That you can get like a full-on snowblower attachment on the front.
Start playing FS19 again. Why would you do that? 19. When I installed 22, I installed 19. I've never played it again. I feel like 22 is gonna be the same way. As soon as 25 comes out, I'm uninstalling 22 and never playing it again. Can't believe she's letting you choose the paint color though. That's
No, it's not really like she's letting me. It's more like I know what colors go together and stuff. Like the paint wheel, like I know that stuff, like complementary colors and all that. She doesn't. So like she'll get dressed sometimes and like in an outfit.
I have
and she'll be
17
like, does this
and
look okay? And I'm
22
looking at like colors and they're like they don't go together at all. And I'm like, no.
well, you're one of those people.
No, like I picked out her wedding colors.
Oh boy.
Well, the colors that she wanted were not good. They didn't go together at all. And she was very skeptical about the colors that I picked, and I was like, just trust me.
At the PJs. Ain't no about his numbers and ain't no about his colors.
But afterwards, she was like, you were right. Like, those are great color combo. Like, I know. No, I just don't want it looking like a, I don't know, like a Chuck E. Cheese in the house. It's like each room's a completely different, vibrant color.
No, see, I would be like if I chose all the colors, everything would be dark.
Yeah. Yeah, but you gotta understand,
light
like, it
color
doesn't really
walls
work.
suck.
They do, but they're necessary.
Not really. You know how much I cringe when like watching these home renovation and they're like, we want everything to be white. I'm like, no.
No, you don't. Like, you don't. We were even like debating because we're not gonna like renovate the kitchen at all because like we don't
That
have
sucks
that kind of
good
money.
shit.
So we're just gonna take all the cabinets and stuff and like rip off the doors and the fixtures and stuff and then like repaint them because right now they're like like stained wood from the 60s. It's not a good look at all. So we're just gonna rip them off and paint them.
I'm excited about these new units because we would have like these off-white colored cabinets in the kitchen, and the new ones are putting like this like a darkish gray colored ones.
Yeah, like if you get a good stain, like there's nothing wrong with like stained cabinets. Look, that's what we have at this place right now, and our kitchen looks great because it's like a light stain with a dark granite countertop. And
oh yeah,
it's really nice.
Awesome.
Yeah, but the stain at this place is like it's not awesome. It's like there's no gloss to it. It's like very, very basic. But our problem is like the countertops that we have are laminate, and they're like a weird like spackled of like 3 different colors. Like if you were to drop like confetti of 3 different colors onto the countertop, that's what it'd be. And it's laminate, so it's kind of hard to like do any other color except for white, because any other color would just make it look awful with a weird colored laminate
Never heard of it,
countertop.
Steve.
But when we actually redo the kitchen, like I'm doing the cabinets like a light shade of blue, or doing the forest green for the cabinets.
Ew.
Yep.
That wasn't a good like a ooh.
No, I know.
Ew.
I know. But everyone has their own tastes.
A light blue kitchen.
No. I'll show you. It's not. Oh my god, really? Let's see.
Is that one I did play? I don't remember. Played so many like
It's not really
generic farming games.
Back, it's not a light blue. It's actually the opposite. It's more of like a dark blue. Oh shit, that's expensive. They just like Wayfair sells like one individual cabinet. It's a cabinet with 2 shelves. It's $350. Oh my god.
Is there anything else that's ready to harvest?
Something like, let's put it here. Something like that.
Okay, that's not bad. I was thinking like a sky blue. I was like,
yeah,
ew.
yeah. I didn't really. get that color right because well, there's different shades of that blue, and some of them are lighter than others. So like, let me find a lighter one.
Let's go to the 53 next. I guess I move my truck down there.
Oh, all right. Well, for example, I guess this would be the I think the exact same kitchen, but like it's different. It's literally the same kitchen.
Yes, no, I don't like that.
No, the first one's better.
Mm-hmm.
So that's yeah. And then I'll show you the.
So we go down to wherever this truck's parked.
Yeah, you're not gonna like this. I can already tell.
Am I not like right here? Oh, right here. Oh, this looks like something. Yep. Okay, there's the truck. Ooh. No, I don't like that. Don't like that at all.
Yeah, I figured. Hey, it's like that Join Again special. So.
Oh, you and these people.
I don't like them anymore. I did when they first started. Now they suck.
Were you just gonna go to Waco just to do their tour?
That wasn't for me.
Okay.
It wasn't.
Also, not a fan of white countertops.
If it's like a not just like pure white, if it's like a marble with like some grays and some like super dark gray or black like swirled in there, I like that.
Yeah, but there's
Not pure white. So like the one in the in that blue, the darker blue countertop or the darker blue cabinets, like
yeah, it's like marbled.
yeah.
That's not bad. But the other two where it's just like pure white, no.
Pure white. Well, the one with the light blue has got some light gray swirled into it, which is terrible. But the green one, yeah, pure white, no way.
You gonna do the brand special and just get rid of all the doors and get curtains?
No, we have to replace all the doors.
Think about how much cheaper it'd be if you just put up a rubber ducky curtain.
I mean, we could.
I learned something.
Maybe at first,
Yeah.
until we can afford doors.
And then you realize how much easier it is not to have doors on anything. So
Yeah, and then we just never go back.
just go straight curtains.
Yep.
I didn't realize there were different sizes of shower curtains. I thought they were all pretty standard sizes.
Mm-mm. We had to anywhere we haven't had a regular sized shower curtain because I think it's like 84 by 72 or something like that. It's like the standard. But the first place that we lived together at, it only had like it was a bathtub, but it was essentially just like a quarter bath, just like a stand-up shower.
Mm-hmm.
And we had to get a special one for that because we didn't need that much shower curtain. And then this place has the curtain rod that bumps out.
Oh yeah.
And yep, which like since I've had that, I will never go back.
Yeah, I kind of want. I've never
That
experienced one, and I kind of want because I hate when the shower curtain just wants to wrap around you as you're in the shower. It sucks.
Yeah, exactly. No, these ones are amazing. It gives you like the elbow room that you need. But because it's like, therefore, with the curve, it's longer than the standard one.
Never thought about that.
Yeah.
The curve would require more shower curtain. Because we went to Target and we were like, we need a new shower or shower liner, not shower curtain. And so we need a new shower liner. So we were looking, we saw one, we grabbed it, and I'm putting it up. I was like, it's like 3 or 4 rings short.
Mm-hmm.
And like we got looking, like, oh, this is for a shower stall. Okay.
Yep.
My bad.
Yeah, so we did the opposite. We got the regular one, and we're like, oh, we went for a shower stall. I know it's terrible, but I just get that stuff on Amazon now. Because it seems like Target's not really good for like very specific things. And I refuse to go to the Walmart that's closest to us. And we don't have Bed Bath & Beyond anymore. So I just get all that stuff on Amazon.
That's what the world's coming to.
Yeah, I just bought I bought 100. You know the Mr. Clean like magic erase.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I bought 100 pack of those. $25. And it's getting here between, like, I ordered that this evening. I took a shower, got out of the shower. I was like, oh yeah, I gotta order that. And it's coming between 4 a.m. and 8 a.m. tomorrow.
Good Lord, 4 a.m.?
Between 4 and 8. But like less than 24 hours.
Yeah, it's pretty awesome.
Right. And it's cheaper than going to the store to get them.
Especially buy them in bulk. You ain't gonna find that at
Right.
Walmart.
Yeah.
Or Target.
I just figured that, like, we're getting the wallpaper off, but there's still like a glue that's on the wall. And best way to get that
magic
off.
eraser, take that off.
So I'm gonna go back over it with the steamer to like loosen the glue up, and then magic eraser that. I read about it. People do it.
Yeah. Excuse me.
Yeah, me too. I was like, no way.
Jeez, if we finish this video, my good Lord, this will take forever. I might just buy another freaking header. dual combine. Never mind, that brake hired help. When you said blue kitchen, all I can think of was that episode of The Little Band where he just asked his dad what his favorite color was. Oh, blue.
Yeah.
And he just paints the whole kitchen blue, even the bananas.
Yeah, literally everything.
So JT, how you doing, sir?
Did you ever watch Impractical Jokers?
Yeah, I watched it up until Joe left, and it's just not the same with the three of them.
I have a feeling have started from the beginning because I previously had not watched them, and I saw a few things on TikTok, and I was like, all right, that's funny, so I'm gonna have to actually watch. Like, I knew about the show, but yeah, and I have a hard time watching it at work because I'm literally just trying to like cover my laughs with coughs. Because I just laugh so hard during that stuff. And I don't want to know how much of it is staged. Because you have to figure at least a portion of it is staged.
No, a lot of that shit isn't. They've got behind the scenes footage where people are getting like really pissed off. And like Sal,
I've
he's
seen
like,
those.
we
I remember
tried.
like Sal at the bingo game.
Yeah.
Yeah, like that
No,
was
always
legitimate.
getting really pissed off.
Yeah, but some of the later ones, you're like,
That's because people knew who they were. And it's
yeah, I know they eventually had to start traveling around more.
yeah.
But
Once people got a wind of who they were, you could tell. Like they've showed. There's some episodes where it's like behind the scenes, and like they'll start up, and he's like, "Oh yeah, we know who you are. That's why we went along with." It. I'm like, "Well, that's not usable anymore."
right.
But there's some behind the scenes footage, just like Sal just getting completely just bitched out.
Yeah.
And he's like, "Man, it was a joke." Like, he goes, we don't try to get to the point where people get this pissed off. We try to be playful. He said, but there are times when people just get mad. He's like, you just gotta kind of sit there and take it. It's like if you want to use the footage, you just gotta sit there and take it.
That's the price you pay for doing what you're doing, right? So
Yeah, Joe's my favorite.
yeah, did they replace him with someone? I know he left.
So I think they had like guest for the first season without him. They had like guest people filling in for him.
Mm-hmm.
And then I think they just went with just the three of them now. I think it's just straight up just the three of them.
That sucks. I mean,
Yeah,
I understand why Joe had to leave, but
he's all like he said he left to spend more time with his family, but he's like constantly touring now. So I don't know if I believe that one.
it's maybe like a little bit more on his terms.
Yes, I don't know.
Right.
Cause you see, he's on tour like most of the year. But then again, he was like the head guy behind the scenes, so he was involved in all the editing and all that. I think he even had like a higher position within True TV. I think it wasn't just Impractical Jokers, so he might have just left all of that and said, "Screw it, it's too much."
Maybe. Yeah.
Because they did an episode about that where it showed like everything he's involved in. And he was involved from
Well, that's why I
point
get to the
A to point B. Like everything he had a hand in.
Oh, I think what it would come down to is like if you were that dedicated to the show and you were faced with like some kind of ultimatum of like, hey, you're doing too much on the show, like it's either the show or our marriage, which is what it sounds like it came down to.
Well, no,
like,
because they got a divorce, but yet they still they're like
yeah,
going on dates and everything together. It's just like that's really weird. That whole relationship threw me for a loop because they got a divorce, and like she was taking the blame for it, and then they still did like stuff as a family, which kudos to them that if they can go through a divorce and still do all that. But yet then he's posting pictures like where they're going on dates together and everything. It's just like, were you two divorced? Like what's going on here?
Yeah, that's true.
But they full blown got a divorce. Like they both talked about it, and now I don't know. I guess they're back together. Like who knows?
Yeah, I know they're back together, but I don't know if it came down to that. I think especially if like he was that involved in the process, I think he probably like I don't know. Maybe they could be like a little less aggressive on the filming side of things, where it's not taking up as much time.
Yeah.
Doesn't like it seems like if you actually wanted the show to work or like both things to work, like that would be the middle ground. So that leads me to believe that he just didn't care about the show.
I mean, what he did for 12 years, doing all. If he got that heavily involved in it, he could have just got burned out. Because they actually did where he did a guest appearance on the first season after he left, where they had just like random people showing up. He was actually one of them, and it was one of the funniest episodes of the season. It was just like, this is why you guys like you should find a way to make it work. Because
yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's like it doesn't work without the four of them. Because like 3, you can't do like the 2 versus 2 like they used to do.
Mm-hmm.
And if you have random people on the show, it's like, I mean,
not the same chemistry.
Well, so I'm going to say this, and I hate to use this as a reference, but it's like when Chanel West Coast left Ridiculousness.
Devo, I already answered your question. It's from the AJ Mac.
They spent 2 seasons filling in with completely random people. And they just weren't good because you didn't really like know their sense of humor or know anything about them really. Then it just wasn't good. And it's kind of the same thing.
100% agree.
Yep.
Not only that is he knew how to crack all of them. He was one of he was like the only one of the 4 that could have all 3 of them in stitches when they're doing the try not to laugh challenges.
Yeah. I know. Well, you know what sucks is that so I can watch them on HBO Max, but it doesn't give you every season or every episode. So it gives you most of the seasons, but then within the season it doesn't give you all the episodes. Just gives you like a handful. And like,
well, they are notorious for doing like special episodes, which is just like highlights of other episodes.
Yeah.
So, like,
no, they have all those, but it'll go from like season 6 episode 2 to like season 6 episode 12, and that's the next one.
That's weird.
Yeah. So when they do some of those like highlight shows, and they do like throwbacks to previous like punishments or stuff like that, some of them I'm just like, oh, I haven't seen that, even though I've watched this from quote unquote the beginning, but I didn't see that one. And there's no way to watch all of them unless you buy them.
I think we have like the first 3 or 5 seasons on DVD somewhere. Because I was hooked on it when it first came out. That shit was hilarious.
Yeah.
The one where with Joe lose, like it was first season, the first time Joe ever lost. They made him go into that restaurant, and while he's taking a dump, just yell out the door. He needed
See, I
toilet
didn't see
paper.
that one.
You didn't see that one?
No, it's not. It wasn't on the HBO Max. I think it starts at like season 3. So I missed all the early stuff.
The first season, I think it was like 5 episodes in. It was the first time Joe lost. So they're like, okay, you have to go in this restaurant. And just while everyone's sitting there eating their lunch, you got to open the door and just ask for help, ask for toilet paper. And he was like, done. It doesn't even care. He walks in, goes straight to the bathroom, and after like a couple minutes, you see the door swing wide open. He's pants around his ankles, going, "Hey, I need some TP in here. Someone give me some TP." Finally, they bring him some, and then he walks right out the restaurant, and he's like, "Done." And they're like, "We're never gonna be able to embarrass you." He goes, "You can't. Nothing embarrasses me."
That's
they
true.
Were just
they
look on their faces, all 3 of them jaw dropped when he just walked out. Done.
Yeah. I mean, the only thing you can do to punish him is scare him, and that's about it. Because he did. You see the one where he's the genie.
They put him on the
yeah, and he just wrecks the whole set.
Oh, that one right in the nads.
Yeah. And then one of the favorite ones, like, not the punishments, but just one of the challenges, was when they were trying to like put scoops of mashed potatoes or
scoopsy potato.
Like, yeah, scoopsy
Still
potato.
to this day, I go around singing that. My kid hates it. Scoopsy potato, scoopsy potato.
It's just like, where does he even come up with that? Let alone he just like gets away with it.
That's because everyone was too busy laughing at him to tell him no. He just giant scoops of mashed potatoes, slamming them on the people's plates, and they're just mind blown.
I mean, they're all good, but I think between like Sal and Q, I think those are the 2 that make me laugh the most. I think Sal just hates being rude to people, so they always make him do that. So they made him give an elderly woman the finger.
He's like, "Oh God, no!"
Yeah, and he was like screaming during it. He's like, "Ah!" Oh, it was one of those like you can't say you're sorry.
Yeah. I don't want to do this. Just give her the little finger. Did you see the Q Rosie O'Donnell punishment?
Yeah, that was funny. Yep.
I think he popped harder than anyone else did. When the lights came on, she was standing there. He's like, "Okay, all right."
So I'm watching. I think it's season 6 when they had like Q was growing his hair out and shaved off, and then they make Murr do the entire season wearing his hair as a wig. And then, like, surprisingly, he does so much better.
And then they had him. What was it? His ID. They shaved off his head, and all his eyebrow, everything.
Yeah.
And then for his passport, they made him use Q's hair. He's like, they don't even look like the same people.
Yeah. Oh man.
But I think they get Murr the best with the punishments. His punishments are
just his are by far the worst.
Yeah.
And I think he's just like, everyone has that person in the friend group. Like, he's that person. Like, you know he desperately doesn't want to do it, but like he's gonna do it. Like they made him pierce his nipples and his belly button.
Yeah.
Like that's pretty savage.
I don't know, the tattoo one, I
And
think
they-
might be just as bad.
The tattoo one was kind of funny.
Yeah. A fucking
But then they make
parachuting.
him, yeah. But then they make him do like the nude modeling.
Oh, in front of his childhood crush.
Oh no, that was
Oh.
him doing where he thought he was doing a bodybuilding contest.
Oh,
And so he's all like
he's all
slathered in
oiled up.
oils. Yeah.
And then he had to sit down
Yep.
and give her an or do an interview with her.
Yeah, was it from what's that show?
I had no
Wonder
clue.
Years.
Was it?
Yeah. It was the girl. It was Wendy or something like that. From Wonder Years.
Sounds right.
That's who he was interviewing. Winnie, something like that. I don't know. I was just watching one where they punished Sal by making him go to like a super crowded food court and make him shush people.
I still think one of my favorite ones was where they made him go pick up the dog turd.
Oh yeah.
He's like, no problem, I got it. And just picks it up. He stands there holding it, looking at the person.
Like he's easy to torture because like if you either do something that involves like germs or cats.
Yeah. When they when they told him they hit his keys and the elephant shit, and then at the
yeah,
end
yeah,
they just
like-
hit the button.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yep.
you guys. Wasn't it him that they made
Yeah,
swim in
he's-
the
he's
Hudson
got-
River too?
Yeah, he was supposed to be like the tour guide. And he gave his speech, and then he's just like, well, I'm out. And they gave him a kayak, but then he fell out of the kayak. I was also just watching where his punishment was they made him be a pirate at a kid's party,
Yeah.
and then they had everyone lick the lollipop. and then had him drink breast milk.
Oh shit.
One of the better ones was when they made Quinn be the clown at a kid's party.
I still think my favorite one of his when they made him do the musical in front of all of his firefighting
Oh
buddies.
yeah, that was good too. Yeah. Or Sal when they made him do the VR scary thing and then replace the whole set. Oh man, good show.
I remember when they they made him a pinata, and they had Joe's sister's boyfriend come in and just beat the living shit out of him with a baseball bat.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. Like, they get away with so much on him.
What's that mustache? Don't call me mustache. That could have been another reason why Joe thought quits, because it seemed like after he got married, they were constantly using her as a way to get to him, like make him crack.
Mm.
Like the one episode where they had to flirt with the women at the table, and she comes and sat down next to it. Go ahead, do it. Then she kept getting involved with it, and that probably didn't help.
Yeah, no, I don't think so.
And he just bright red. You know I gotta do this or else I lose, right? Larry!
Just the reoccurring Larry.
The best one was when he was cutting the line. Larry, I was looking for you, Larry! Yeah. Then the guy comes over. Who's Larry? He's Larry. I'm not Larry. Oh, shit.
Yeah, that takes some guts. I don't think I'd be able to do that.
Oh, there's a lot of things on there when I was like, I couldn't do that. I could not do that.
Yeah.
Like, there's no way. Especially the day you get your ass beat so damn quick.
Yeah, they must have like a security team.
I would imagine so. It was Murr that had to teach his parents sex ed, wasn't it?
Yeah. And then it was also Murr who had to, when they were doing like the showing old people how to use technology stuff. And Murr lost that one, and he thought he was going out to do one of those classes, but it was his dad, and he had to like go through his entire phone with his dad. Yeah. I just wish I had gotten into that show much earlier.
It was my dad that told me about it. The Carbonara effect was pretty good. That used to come on right after it too. Was the magician and some of the shit he did? It just made you go, what?
Wasn't it on like Spike TV or something like that?
Practical Joke. I thought it was always been on True
Yeah.
TV. I could be wrong, but
Oh, True TV hasn't been around for that long.
the show's not like super old.
It's like
True
2011
TV?
or 2012.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure True TV is older than the show is. Pretty sure. I know it's going to be on TBS, I think. That was what was announced. Because True TV used to be Court TV. Yeah, found it in 2008.
Hmm.
Homeboy must just decide to go to bed.
Yeah, probably.
Still curious why he was looking for something that smelled like ammonia.
But wasn't ammonia.
Yeah.
Well,
That was a random question, but it was the wrong time to ask because I was trying to focus on the storyline.
right.
He's like, I don't want this to end up on YouTube while you're streaming.
Right. It's like, okay. I'm just curious about how many different ways that game can end.
Well, I was looking through the achievements, so there's a ton because you get achievement if everybody dies, you get an achievement if only the women die, you get an achievement if only the men
Oh,
die.
damn.
Yeah, so I guess there's a bunch of different ways it could go. Then like you get an achievement if you pick only brain answers, and you get only achievement if you only pick heart answers. So there's
So many
a
different
lot.
ways to play that.
Yeah.
So it obviously can't be the end of the game. Oh, well, Loki.
Hello.
His ducky senses were tingling.
Yep.
No, I knew I had to get over here quick before you started questioning me, so.
No, it's too late.
Oh, well.
I guarantee
Being
you
questioned.
had to be watching us to have that kind of timing because we literally
No.
just like 5 minutes ago had said to start asking about it.
No,
That's
No,
all-
seriously, I don't even have Chrome open right now.
I told him I was curious why you were wanting to know
Is that stuff
something
open?
that smells like ammonia.
No, I was in a different Discord, so I didn't even have Chrome open.
Oh, look at this big shiny here.
Well, we're trying to figure out some planning to do, so.
Some planning to do so.
Planning
Planning to do what?
to meet up.
Oh, who you meeting up with?
A couple of friends from Midwest and West Coast.
Okay, it's not a girl. Never mind.
No.
Not interested.
Y'all gonna meet at a train station?
No, we don't know. Might go out to Ohio for a day or two, then come back to PA, and then, yeah. We haven't really figured out what we actually don't
Do
do
you-
on the days.
Do you know these people or are these people you met online?
Met online for 12 years now.
So you've never met these people in real life?
No. They have met each other before, yes, but I haven't actually met them. But we all know what each other look like, so.
Okay, that's all I'm interested in.
Yeah, I kind of figured.
If you're meeting a girl, then I was like, okay, alright. I gotta get all the deets so I can rub it in JT's face later, but it's a bunch of dudes, so I'm not interested.
Yeah, and there's nothing interesting.
What's in Ohio that's more interesting than Pittsburgh?
They want to go visit King's Roller Coaster. It's down by, not Columbus. Oh, what the hell is that city? Cincinnati. There you go. There's a roller coaster. That
I guess
they
the
wanna
Rock and Roll Hall of Fame's in Ohio too, isn't it?
Cleveland.
And then you have the NFL Hall of Fame. That's in Ohio too, isn't it?
Yeah.
go. And then we might go to PA to go to
Canton.
Kingwood.
Yeah, Canton.
And then drive around Pennsylvania for a while because Pennsylvania's full of mountains and a lot of bends in the road. It's not like Ohio.
So you're gonna bring them to your state, and you're just gonna drive around Pennsylvania? That's
Well,
your...
we're going to the amusement parks.
Are you going to Hershey Park?
No.
Overrated.
I mean, agreed, but
If Feenix says that, okay.
it is an amusement park.
Yes, it is.
I mean, if you go there for the free, like the Chocolate
business.
World stuff, that's pretty
Right.
cool. But
Yeah.
the amusement park itself kind of overrated.
Dude, what amusement parks?
Over on this side, it would be Kennywood.
That's amusement park, not parks.
Well, that's the only one I can think of right off the top of my head because that's what we were just talking about.
I would assume Dorney Park's too far. That's on
Never
the
heard of
East
it.
Coast. You never heard of Dorney Park?
No. Never heard of it.
I'm pretty
Same.
sure it's on the eastern Pennsylvania. It's like, I can't believe you never heard of Dorney Park. It's like the alternative to Hershey Park.
Oh, really?
It had the Snoopy World, where they had like a whole children's section that's based off Charlie Brown and Snoopy. I think they have a water park too.
They have the Sesame amusement park.
I've been there. Sesame Place.
Yeah, Sesame Place.
Yep.
Oop.
Was there a couple
Been-
times.
Yep,
when I was a
same.
kid.
Same.
Is that the place?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, Tony said that's on his side of the state. But is that the place that had the Bernstein's bear tree? 'Cause we went
I don't know.
somewhere when I was a kid, and my dad remembers this too, but we don't remember what park it was. That they had like a full Bernstein's bear tree that you could go in and you could look around. You could see like different scenes from Bernstein Bear books and everything. He's like the only place he could think of that was at Sesame's Place, but I don't remember that.
I don't remember that either. I just mainly remember like the water park part from Sesame Place.
Yeah.
Like I went when I was like little, like 6, maybe 8.
Yeah, I was young too, because it was the first time I went by myself, and then the second time, or I should say, my parents took just me, and the second
I was
time,
gonna say you didn't go to a water park or an amusement park by yourself.
the second time they took me and my best friend at the time, whose real name was Matt, but everybody called him Kyle as well. So he had me, Kyle D, and him, Kyle M.
Why was his nickname Cal?
I
just
don't-
gotta ask.
I don't know. It was just because we were so close that they both called us Kyle, or what that was. But his real name was Matt. And even like when because we went same middle school, we weren't as close as after elementary school. We weren't as close. In middle school, like I still called him Kyle, and everybody else called him Matt. And no one understood why we called him Kyle. But that's I was the only one to call him that. It's like that's from back in the day.
Have
Just
you
like
have you-
everybody called. I had a friend before I started elementary school. His name was James, and everybody called him Bud. So when we started school, I was calling him Bud, and no one knew who I was talking about. I was like, "Oh, I'm talking about James over there." Oh, okay.
Did you guys ever been to an actual raceway track?
I've been to Dover Downs. Well, whatever it's called nowadays. Back then, it was Dover Downs International Speedway.
Okay.
I've been to Talladega.
Because in June they do a
And
track-
Atlanta.
You can do like a 3-lap track rental with any type of car that you want to have for use. You were thinking about doing that, but that's like $450 just for a car
Yeah.
and 3 laps.
I actually have a gift card. Like my wife gave it to me back, I think like probably the second year that we were dating. And it's like, I think it's like Jeffrey Earnhardt or one of the Earnhardts, like, or not Earnhardt, Wallace. Like they have their own like thing where you can take NASCARs around tracks.
Because we can drive, like, for instance, a Porsche 911 GT3, a Ferrari 296.
Oh, yeah. Yep. All the big sports car, you could do probably like a...
Yeah, but it's like $400 just for 3 laps. It'd be cool for the
Worth it.
experience, but
I have no
Definitely
interest
worth
in
it.
driving any of those cars, so I'm out.
So I don't have... Yeah. I know about that. And we have that around here. Mine's for... I think it's the Rusty Wallace, like, racing experience or something like that, where you can take a stock
Yeah.
car and go around the lap, or go around the track.
Pretty sure that's what it is here in Dover, too.
Yeah, so we have that in New Hampshire, and I was like... I told my wife, I was like, I know, like, it was really thoughtful, because I definitely do that, but, like, I'm not going to do that at New Hampshire. It's like, if I'm doing that, I'm doing it at least a 1.5 mile. Like, I'm going to do that at Charlotte. So I can push, like, 200 miles an hour.
Can't. They have them governed.
You can get up going pretty fast.
No, they have them governed. My buddy did it. He hated it. He's like, they wouldn't let you get over, like, 120 or something like that.
probably
No
for insurance reasons.
Yeah. They have them governed, so you
On a
can't.
waiver.
So you can't go over a certain speed, because he was pissed when he did it, and he was like they have them governed, so you can't go over a certain speed, and if they do, they have a kill switch in them. They can somehow manage to get over a certain speed, and they'll kill it remotely. And he said you sit through these
My guess is
classes, and
it'd be
the
about-
classes and everything are like 3 times as long as the actual experience. He's
Well,
like,
yeah, that's
"Hey,
expected.
What's up, Tyler? How are you, man?"
I mean, the first time that I did, like, scuba diving, that was the same thing. Scuba dive for 20 minutes. We just sit through, like, 3 hours of lessons and stuff. I would say
Make
it's
sure
gotta
their
be much
dive card
faster.
was legit.
I didn't. But I was 12. I don't know, so it might depend on the track too,
Could.
because
But they're not
like,
going to let you
if you're
go
doing if you're doing
balls
120, yeah, but if you're doing 120 at Dover, like, that's fast.
Yeah, they push 180 there, don't they? Well, they used
No.
to. Yeah, they did. Back in the day, they were pushing 180 there.
No, it's not that anymore because they're doing the 80 miles an hour right now.
Oh, 166 miles per hour in 2019. 185 in 1998. Told you.
100 to 150 is
Yeah, but
the
those-
speed limit.
183. That was in a Indy car.
Fastest qualifying lap. Tony Stewart set the record at 185.204 miles per hour in 1998. Fastest NASCAR Cup Series qualifying lap. Denny Hamlin set the record at 166.984 miles per hour in 2019. Fastest race lap is 135 in 2019.
That was Tony Stewart also. That was IndyCar.
Still, 166.
No, yeah, but you can also go a lot faster in IndyCar than you can in NASCAR.
Yes.
And they have much better
It
grip.
says 183, 486 is the fastest lap, but that's faster than what Tony Stewart did. So, it's slower.
No.
My bad. 2 miles per hour slower.
NASCAR Cup Series, Denny Hamlin.
166 though.
Yeah, 160. I'm saying, yeah, as a max speed, like, that's going to be fast. So if they govern you at 150, then like,
120.
you're whatever 120. You're still going faster on that small lap. I'm saying if you do a 1.5 mile racetrack, they're probably going to let you get up to like at least 160. At Atlanta Motor Speedway, like the minimum speed for you to not slide down the wall is 75 miles an hour because of the banking.
Oop, I forgot to put everything back.
So you have to be doing well above that.
Did I miss my turn? No, I didn't. Shit, I did miss my turn. Right here, okay. Glad we aren't playing this again.
That's what I was trying to figure out if we could do something racing wise because that's what we're into.
Go-karts, bud.
They have an indoor track down at Pittsburgh, and there's a figure eight track just like 30 minutes down the road from me.
Go-karts
Yeah, it
are
was
always
quite-
a freaking blast, and it's a hell of a lot cheaper than doing 3 laps.
Well, so long as you get like the good go-kart, not like the old go-karts. You want the ones that can go like 40.
I don't know if they're electric or gas for Pittsburgh. I haven't looked into
Doesn't
it.
matter. Listen, so I was a part of the go-kart racing league where there were electric carts and it was indoors and the top speed was like 40 miles an hour on like a super tight track. And those things whipped without power steering. And then we have a place south of Boston that does like outdoor go-karts, like, but they're high speed, so you can get up to like 50 or 60 on those things because it has like longer straightaways and stuff. That is awesome.
I always had a blast on slick tracks. They weren't fast, but
Yeah.
they were fun as hell to drive.
I find that the indoor ones, like with the electric ones, that it's like a small like figure eight track style thing where you can drive real fast. Those are pretty much just like slick tracks.
I've never done an indoor one. I've only ever done outdoor ones. They're always fun as shit.
Yeah, to
Especially if you get a group out there going together. Hell
mhm.
yeah.
I was actually thinking maybe trying something up in Altoona, but I only been there like 2 times. I don't know what's up there without actually looking at. Was thinking about actually getting to Ohio for a day, then come back to PA, then split it off. I know, y'all don't give a shit.
That's not true.
You're confusing me. You said you were going to Ohio a couple of days, and then you're going to do a couple of days in Pennsylvania. Now you're doing one day in Ohio, one day in Pennsylvania, and then you're splitting
Well,
off.
they were going to do a couple days in Ohio because they want to go to the amusement parks. They want to go up to Cedar Park. Yeah, Cedar Point. There we go, up in Sandusky, Ohio.
There you go. Go there, visit Steve.
Yeah.
Huh. I guess he is in Ohio. Because the original idea was them to spend a couple days in Ohio, then come to PA for a couple days. But what I might do is Tom, like go to Ohio for a day, then come back to PA. I don't know yet.
Why wouldn't you just hang out with them in Ohio for a couple of days and come back to Pennsylvania with them?
Because I can't spend more than 1 day out of state for right now. That's how it is.
Why?
The animals, they only listen to me. They would not listen to anyone else.
Great. If PJs can go out of town with a special needs cat, I think your parents can handle your ducks for.
Well, at least his cat stays indoors and not goes across 5 acres of land.
Just fence him in for a bit.
Because I also know one of them wants to go to Kennywood. So.
These people, from being around the country, have very specific interests in Pennsylvania.
Well, they like amusement rides. Kennywood's pretty good for an amusement park. Never been there, but
I'm pretty
Yeah, I
sure
was
they
gonna say,
have Six
Brandon, I
Flags
don't picture you
in
as
Ohio.
I don't picture you as a amusement park type.
no.
No, you'll sit there with your cotton candy and watch them go on the ride.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I'll probably
Great.
do some of the rides, but
Wanna
I
go on
just
this roller
hate
coaster? Nope.
coasters.
That's too scary for me, bitch.
Oh, they
Hold your
know.
jackets.
They know I don't hate. They know I hate heights and all that shit.
No, I'm pretty sure Ohio is at Six Flags.
Yes.
So why don't you just go do that?
Where's our resident Ohioan? I think Cedar Point is the more popular theme park in Ohio, though. I've heard more people talk about it than Six Flags. Just saying.
Oh, I'm just.
What's
we
up?
were talking
Sorry,
theme
miss-
park or amusement parks plural. So
A way
just saying
out.
if they want one to go to, like
You know, you
that's
still make content. Yeah, I do. Still weekly farm sim
at least
content,
a chain.
daily content.
But yes, Cedar Point, good place.
I'm still salty that we went down to Williamsburg, Virginia, for the sole purpose of going to what's the park down there? Is it Six Flags? No, it's not
Oh,
Six
no.
Flags. Busch Gardens.
Busch Gardens. Yeah.
We went down there for the sole purpose of going to Busch Gardens, and they kept putting it off until the last day, which was the hottest day in the middle of the summer. That's the day they wanted to go, and I was like, do you not see that it's like 120 degrees outside and you guys want to go? No, not happening. Should have gone when it was like in the low 80s outside. Y'all kept putting it off. Pissed me off. That was my last family vacation. I refused to go on any others because the one before that we went over to Baltimore. I told them the only thing I wanted to do was I wanted to go Edgar Allan Poe's grave, which is free, and Fort McHenry, which is free.
How long ago was this? Just
Didn't get to do
curiosity?
either. I might have been a freshman in high school. Either that, I was in 8th grade. It was early. Why?
Oh, I was just curious. That's all.
Me too.
Yeah, that was the last one I ever went on with it because I was like, I'm not. If everything I want to do, I never get to do, I'm not going anymore.
Makes sense.
We spent literally all day. We ate a shoddy meal at the Hard Rock Cafe, and then spent the whole day in the Baltimore Inner Harbor at the ESPN zone. Because that's all my sister wanted to do. Because we were supposed to go to the aquarium, but she didn't want to go to the aquarium because the dolphin shows got canceled. And my sister at the time, who was 20 years older than I was throwing a temper tantrum and refusing to do anything else because she couldn't see dolphins at the aquarium. So our whole day was spent at the ESPN zone because she wouldn't do anything else.
Well, I mean,
And I was like, "This really? This is our vacation."
I recently traveled with my brother, and I can relate.
Recent?
2 years ago. We went out to Michigan, and He has a very specific routine at home, and if it gets broken, it just like turns into a mess. He's like scratching his head constantly and like chain smoking. So we actually like went to the Michigan game, and he was in his seat for maybe 5 minutes of the game.
And then
He was just like wandering around. Just it's too much for him. I think he ended up like buying shots off college kids.
All right.
Something like that. I don't know. Well, so like up until this year when we went, they're actually selling beer in the stadium.
Exactly.
So every game I've been
That's why I
to
was
before,
like
they never sold any
120,
kind of
and it was humid as hell.
alcohol
Not going.
whatsoever.
I wasn't 120. It was
So
probably like
like as a
110
college student,
max.
you'd have to like pregame that and have it be enough to last you 3 hours. Or that was about it. So when he went, there was nothing. And he just went over to the college section because he figured that there'd be like sneaking nips in and stuff. Sure enough.
just a fun fact about myself. I've never been to a Hard Rock Cafe.
Not missing much.
I've played music at a Hard Rock Cafe.
There's one in Pittsburgh, but who wants to go to Pittsburgh?
You don't go to the Hard Rock Cafe for the food. You go for the experience.
That's what I kind of figured.
And the food we had sucked ass. But then again, that was
Long time ago.
yeah, it's been a while. It's been a long while. Who was the what? Shit, I don't even remember his name. The guy that got drafted, he was like the Ravens' big signing. That's like because when you're in Baltimore, like everything preseason Ravens is just plastered all over the TV.
Lamar Jackson?
No, way before Lamar Jackson. It was a wide receiver. Well, let me look it up.
So since it's not Sunday yet, so you can't get bitched at it. Because I get bitched at it because I don't watch it. Are you gonna play 25 on Tuesday, Phoenix? Or are you gonna wait until Friday?
I probably will play. I don't know if it'll be like, I don't know if I'll do multiplayer. I'd probably just play around, get my first impressions. I don't know, but we'll be playing it on Friday night.
Okay. Well, I didn't know if you're gonna stream it Tuesday since it's coming out at 8 o'clock in the morning.
Thought about it, but not decided on it. I'm pretty sure it's gonna come out Monday night. Every previous version has come out the night before release date.
Someone posted on Reddit it's supposed to be 8 o'clock Eastern Standard Time is when it's supposed to be dropped. But I don't know.
I bought it on Steam.
If you bought it through their website, you can preload it now. But
Oh.
yeah, Steam usually the download hits the night before, and you can play it as soon as it's done downloading.
Whatever.
That's how it was for
I'm not gonna play
19 and 22, because 19
Oh, so-
I bought a physical copy and everybody was playing it the night before, And then 22, I bought it, the digital copy, and I was playing it the night before it released.
And so I knew I was playing it at like 2 o'clock in the morning.
But it comes,
I bought
so it comes out
22.
on Tuesday,
The
right?
12th, yes.
Yeah.
All right, so it'll be on Steam by Friday, right?
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
yeah. It'd be on,
Alright, so
It'd be on
on
Steam on
Tuesday.
Tuesday. Hey,
Yeah,
like I said, I'm
Tuesday,
pretty
yeah.
sure the download it will come out Monday night. Pretty sure.
Yeah.
Just gotta make
okay,
space for it.
Any idea what the file size is gonna be?
I should have posted it.
They did post it?
Should have
I was
if
gonna-
they're going to release it.
I was guessing around 30 gigs because 22 was 20 gigs, wasn't it? 25?
Well, I figured it would have been like 60 something.
What, does Steam have it posted yet? Because usually Steam won't
Storage,
have it posted.
there's going to be 45 gigs needs to be available so space.
Oh, all right, I'm good.
So 45 gigs then. Which is pretty big for, what was 22?
Mm,
35.
So
I thought
another 10.
10.
27.35.
Okay, I wasn't too far off.
That's how much is installed files size is through Steam currently. Oh, hey, Matt, did you ever figure out your issue?
No, god dang, I messaged Monty and he didn't even, like, he replied, but then he just stopped.
Yeah, welcome to what I deal with.
So I have no idea what the hell I'm going to have to do to fix it.
What did you break?
I didn't break anything.
He can't
'Cause
get
no-
logged in to Xbox Live.
Because Twinkle Tits won't answer his goddamn messages, you know, to help somebody out.
I think that's you, PJs?
Oh yeah, that's Twinkle Tits. But he's probably shoving his
What?
mouth full of food.
No, I'm not.
You're Twinkle Tits now.
I'm actually looking. I'm looking up tile paint.
How many?
So, hey, wait, what?
Okay, for where? For where?
My house.
So it's the
Towel
Twinkle Tits,
paint.
it's tile
No.
tits.
Okay, I go with
Don't
Twinkle
paint your towel. That's the worst thing.
No.
No.
No shit's gonna be
You
in your
don't-
motherfucking house. But where?
For right now, it's just the kitchen backsplash.
Okay, what color cabinets do you have?
A
Don't say
very awful. I have a video, so I'll just take a screenshot of the video, and you'll see. Y'all see.
Okay. Because your backsplash kind of color would have to go off of that.
Thanks, buddy. Appreciate the invite.
Oh, you're welcome. Oh, dang.
Like I don't know that. We were just having that. Phoenix, I already had that conversation.
What do you want, a cookie now?
He probably does.
I mean,
Sounds-
cookies
sounds
would be
good.
nice.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I'll get right on it. You want?
Oh, are we
sugar
late
with
enough in the stream to talk about edibles?
it? Well,
Wait, that's the
it's
thing with YouTube? You have to wait.
10:30. So
I deleted the videos. Oh, it might still be in my recently deleted. Hang on.
And also,
no, I don't care. I don't care anymore. I don't want to
No, you
care
do.
about. God dang. No, I don't.
the fun fact
No.
about
I actually care a lot about this. So
Fun fact about this house I'm currently living, it was a demo house. People came in to see it, so it's actual all hardwood cabinets.
Hey, Brandon, how does it make you feel that two Mexican guys did a whole row of town units in a day when it comes to siding?
Cool, bro.
They were they were like printers. No kidding.
Well, they get paid by the job.
Just
Probably.
No, they get paid by the hour. I can go ahead and tell you that. Construction workers get paid by the hour, not by the job. Because if that was the case, then...
Yeah, respect.
There'd be a hell of a lot less of them.
Let me put it this way. He had, in my short walk to the mailbox, I watched him put up 3 rows. Just like, god damn. Homeboy is just like an inkjet printer.
Have you ever seen them put on a roof?
No, I haven't.
Amish, yeah.
Like
Yeah,
shingles?
I've watched
God.
Amish. Good Amish just fucking.
It's
speedrun
under
that
that.
shit.
Oh, I'll just send you this video.
We
The
already
file size is too big.
God dang it.
If he does it through his phone, usually they downgrade it enough to make it fit.
I'm just saying. Well, I'm gonna.
Oh hell, I never had that luck.
What, you putting in general chat?
I don't know where I'm putting it.
Just smack that bitch into somewhere, goddamn.
Do you want Matt to see it? I think the highest one, most private one, would be
Members
members
only.
only.
Yeah.
Emmons only. All right.
.com.
Member-
Isn't that used to be a dating website? Membersonly.com or
That
something?
was a jacket. Members only.
No, it was...
Admin
Wait,
room.
no, Daddy's? Was it Daddy's only? No.
Admin
Go
room.
daddy.
Did he just say GoDaddy?
Yeah, that's who I was thinking of. GoDaddy.com.
Yeah, I was gonna say that. That's still a thing apparently.
Yeah, they changed it up a lot.
Really.
Yeah.
I haven't seen any advertisements for it, so
There you go. So this is the kitchen, living room, dining room.
So I'm getting a tutorial of your house, all right.
Just giving you a layout, dude.
Yeah, I know.
So all of that's wallpaper.
Holy
Everything.
shit! You can see Mark standing outside.
I know, right?
I can't see
Wait,
it.
You got his
seriously?
TV mounted already.
Did you put it in general? No, I can't see it.
you put it in
Members.
admin room.
Oh yeah, it is in the admin room.
What the fuck is that
Here, hold on.
wallpaper? Sorry for my French, but what the hell's that shit?
What
I'm
shit?
only in members
That
only.
wallpaper.
Hold on.
It's all wallpaper, dude.
Yeah, but that kitchen looks hideous with that wallpaper.
No shit,
Jesus.
dude. That's why.
God, they added too much shit to this.
That's why we're redoing all of this. That's why.
Now, are you
we're
gonna paint
spending-
over it, or are you gonna take it down then reapply something else?
Jesus, we just had a whole conversation
go,
about how it was cheaper to.
Wait, do you got a deck out back out on the?
Yeah. Oh, I'll send you a picture
Oh.
of that or a video of that too. So we're on 3/4 of an acre.
I mean,
so-
it looks really nice.
hang on.
I
Incoming.
mean, the wallpaper is kind of shit, but everything else looks pretty nice.
Oh,
Oh,
shit.
I was about to say nice hair, PJs, but that's not you.
Jesus.
Nice hair.
There's a mirror on the wall.
Oh, yeah, it's not me.
That's what I said. I was going to say nice hair. Thought you let your hair grow out.
No. And that TV, I just felt bad having the owner because he was just.
Is that
like,
a real fireplace? Or is that
Yeah. Yep.
Okay. So that's a real fireplace. Okay. I have to watch it again because damn it. Quit fucking moving.
Dude, that's a nice deck.
Okay, on that wall, the wall between
Big
the
deck.
kitchen.
Dude, yeah, that's a nice deck.
Yeah.
Is that plastic
And then-
railing or wood?
No, it's
Okay.
wood.
Okay. Okay.
So then from where those trees are in like the backyard part,
Jesus Christ.
if you look
Does that
straight back,
wrap around?
we actually have an extra underneath those trees going back. We actually have an extra like 1/3 of an acre. So my goal is to like clear all that out.
All the trees
Actually-
or just the bushes?
Some of the trees.
Do you just
Oh.
have that one AC unit?
It's central air.
I know. Is it just that one? It's a big house for that one.
Dude, it's only 1,700 square feet.
No.
And so I got 3 10-cent wire unit and nothing does plenty for it cooling.
Yeah, you got like Trailer Park Boys, like they installed the industrial thing
Yeah,
on
it's
top
inch
of it.
wire.
Yeah.
Flap that bitch down and put 12-inch duct in it.
Froze the floor so you can have
Oh,
a hot
hell
heat ring.
yes. Oh, it's so nice.
Okay, are you going to keep the white stove?
No. So what's funny is all of that stuff is from the early 70s.
Wait a minute. Hang on.
It all works
hang on.
perfectly fine.
Hang on a second. I just seen something in the video towards the end. Hang on one second.
Oh, God.
Which video?
Right, the first one. Okay, right towards the end of the first video, if I can push pause.
There's a ghost down the hallway.
Yeah, right?
No, like, okay, maybe I'm
What are you
just
looking at?
singing shit.
Why
I'm
would you
just
mount the
singing
TV
shit.
there, not over the fireplace?
No,
I
when
didn't mount
whenever-
that.
Oh.
That was left there for us.
Oh.
Because the guy asked me, he's like, do you want the TV or not? And he really looked like he didn't want to deal with like the wall mounted bracket and getting rid of the TV and all this stuff. And
I'd keep it right there.
I was like,
Wait,
I
was like,
wouldn't.
nah, that's fine. I'll take it. No, it's going over the fireplace.
Yeah, I would put it over the fireplace because
Yeah, because we're eventually going to knock down that wall.
the fireplace would be like your center plate, like your centerpiece of your room. And then I wouldn't want Mark watching what I'm watching on TV.
Well, that too, yeah.
that's
But eventually we're gonna-
dark out curtains.
Eventually we're going to knock down that wall, and we would like to have people's attention diverted away from the kitchen if there's just like huge mess there, so at least no one's like looking directly at it.
Just
So
put a bar there.
we're just going to put an island
I'd also make
with
sure.
seating.
I'd
So,
also make sure that's not a load bearing.
so it technically is, but with the size, like with the way that the
Are you gonna leave some of it up
the
then?
framing, well, no, the way that the framing is laid out, we can essentially fix that problem just in the attic without having to put, like, have a beam.
Why don't you just make it a half wall there, so you can still sit there if you wanted to, like
It is an option.
Are you talking about a partition?
Yes.
Like a
No.
partition wall? Okay.
That's half, I guess. Yeah, half wall.
So you-
Yeah, that's a partition wall.
Okay. Then.
Yeah, but if you converted it into like an unofficial island where you could have like bar seating on one side
Yes.
and then like counter space on the other, and then keep the support beams in there, then
Yeah, just
we've
the ends
we've
of it,
considered we've considered that. So that is an
That'll
option.
look nice.
We were just
I mean,
looking at
if
the
you're-
other options of just basically supporting the like joist in the attic to avoid having to
So
do that.
what you could do is run a 2x6 across the top, and then get you some 4x4 posts, about
Right.
3 of them. You're going to have 3. Like that's the thing. With that long of a wall, you're going to need 3. 2 on one end, or on the ends, and at least 1 in the center.
Yep. So
But-
luckily that part of like in the attic space, like that part is completely exposed. So it'd be pretty easy to take care of.
So this is a genuine split level home then. Okay, that's
Yeah.
cool.
Yep. And as you can tell, so Phoenix, like I was saying about the kitchen with the cabinets, they're like the stain on it is just kind of like
Yeah.
Well, you can
Please.
restain them.
Please do not
So-
paint them white. Please don't.
no, they're going to be.
Oh, fucking hell.
And we're replacing the hardware.
Okay, so so what are you going with? Stainless steel?
If we paint it white, yeah.
What
Or
type
black.
of hardware is that? Just curiosity.
We'd probably do. Wait, what, Brandon?
What type of... Do you have any actual better photos of the hardware by chance?
So they're made of copper.
Wait, seriously? They're actually made of copper?
Yeah.
Holy shit. Oh, boy.
and they're like,
He wants you to send those to him for free too.
No, I was going to actually say, if you actually don't get rid of them, I'll pay for shipping. That'll look
No.
lovely in the house.
no,
I'll
we know
pay
the
for the
copper's worth
shipping.
money.
Okay, so serious question: is that stove? Is it built into the countertops, or is
So
it
it's called a
actually
drop-in. It's called a drop-in stove.
drop-in stoves? Never mind. That changes a lot too.
Yeah. So, my dad's gonna be. He's coming up tomorrow while we're doing wallpaper, and what he's gonna do is you see the cabinets above the fridge and the microwave.
Yeah.
So he's actually gonna
Tear 'em
shorten
down.
those up. Yeah, shorten them up so that we can actually fit a full. So I'm taller than that fridge,
Yeah, that's the
and it's
you gotta
not
remember
like
fridges back then weren't that tall in the first place. So
they're between like 68 and 75 inches, and that fridge is 62 inches. So you have the cabinets above that, so you can't fit anything else outside of that. So what my dad's doing basically between that and the microwave is he's going to raise those cabinets up.
or you could just eliminate them. Eliminate the one above the refrigerator.
Well, that's all the storage we have. We need more storage than that for the kitchen. So
I mean, if you're gonna get rid of that wall,
Any
I mean,
storage space we
you could do a little small island.
well, so that's going to come with like the renovation, which is going to be like a couple years down the road.
Yeah.
We need stuff for right now.
We're all overlooking that sweet tile or sweet
Laminate.
laminate floor. Yeah, the
Oh, yeah,
tiles,
isn't
the
that
yellow
pretty?
and white.
It's grandma's house, literally. Every aspect of it.
Sweet.
So right now we have like half of the cabinet torn off of that, and then we
Okay.
have a hallway done with 2 layers of wallpaper, not 1, 2.
Oh, you had to take 2 layers off?
Yeah, the kitchen is at 3 layers, but
I
the
know.
hallway was 1, and then we made our way into the living room, and then we quickly realized that there was a whole freaking wallpaper mural that spanned the entire living room underneath that. So
When was this-
2 layers of wallpaper that we got to take down.
When was this house built?
1965.
That ain't
You
bad.
buy
When they tore up the floors here, when they were see if they were eligible for the renovation thing, there was 3 layers of flooring. It was tile, and I think they said wood, and then they put laminate over that in our old unit, I believe.
Yeah. So our tile in the basement is glued with asbestos. So,
That's
Wear
some
respirators.
fun. Or
As
just
it-
leave it.
as it stands, because it's sealed, there's no risk to us because it's
Yes.
so the second that you rip up the tile, you have a problem. So if you were to do anything over the laminate tiles, you'd have to get a full-on like remediation crew in there to do it.
And that is expensive. Trust me, I've
Yeah,
Dealt with
so
that.
we're just like, well, they put carpet over half of the lower level, so I think
Wait,
it'd be
you're-
okay to put down like laminate flooring over this too, and we'll still be good.
oh, so are you actually putting any carpet down? Just curiosity.
Hell no,
Good. Carpet is garbage.
no,
I couldn't
I
live
like-
without carpet.
Yeah, I like.
no. I'm pretty sure. So like, we have no
Hardwood floors,
furniture.
bathroom, kitchen, but everywhere else I gotta have carpet.
Hell yes.
No,
Especially yes. When you
I
wake
would
up
say
in
the
the
whole-
morning,
The whole
Nah.
house is hardwood floors right now.
no. Especially if you have a cat that just like throws up randomly on the carpet. Like, no.
Yeah, especially with hairballs. That's no.
Yeah. or just the fact that it's like, oh, this is something to like scratch my claws on, and just rips up the carpet.
Yes, for sure.
You're getting closer and closer to them rubber ducky curtains.
But between that and the fact that
I was glad I
had-
wasn't the only one who thought of that one.
no, the fact that like I'd have the plumber come out last week, and I was like, well, like we already got the internet there, and by the way, like the slower internet that we have there, the 300 megabits, is actually faster than here.
I was
Glad
glad
it
he
there.
used it.
Yeah, but anyways, I had nothing to do, so I was
You
like,
probably just got a lot less stuff loaded on it, using it up. That's why it seems faster.
yeah. So I
Until
had
he
the
gets his
Chromecast
backup
going.
computer there.
When I was watching my show, and all I had is a camping chair and a folding table, and that's what I was working off of. And like the camping chair was not comfortable, but I had nothing
Yeah,
else
no.
to sit on, so I was down in lower level. I was just like, oh, I've got this my backpack that's filled with like some spare clothes and stuff. I'll use it as a pillow. I'll just like lay on the carpet because I watched them steam clean the carpet. I was like, oh yeah, it's definitely clean. So I was like, lay there. And then a couple hours later, I got up and like my arms were just like covered in hives. So I was like, oh my god, no way. Like, no matter what you do with carpet, like it's always just gonna like retain
Yes.
shit.
And then you have to replace it after so many years.
Yeah.
I mean,
Like,
with hardwood, you
if-
have to sand it.
Unless you
but-
do like unless you do like a Berber carpet, like I can do that where there's
A
like no
what?
hairs. Berber carpet,
I never
where it
heard
doesn't
it
have
said
like
like that.
where it doesn't have like the fringes hanging up.
Pretty sure that's
and
what we
stuff.
got in this apartment right now.
Where it's like super short, where it's like walking on
Yeah.
a mat versus walking
Pretty,
on
yeah,
carpet.
100%. That's what we got here. It's like
Yeah,
the indoor-outdoor carpet.
Way better. Now I'll do that if I'm gonna do carpet. I'm doing that.
Until you have to clean the sand out of it, which is impossible, and you gotta pick the bloody things up and smack them with a rug beater.
Clean up sand. Where the hell do you live? The beach?
The neighbor sandblasts a lot, so the sand travels up this way. So yeah. Yeah, it's impossible to get out of those rugs. Just take them outside, throw them over the side, and just beat them with a rug beater.
That's why I hate sand. Gets everywhere and never comes out.
Mm-hmm. Sorry for interrupting, but
Did you ever get the downstairs bathroom or toilet fixed?
Yeah. They came on Thursday.
Oh yeah,
And
the hot water heater.
no, that's separate.
did they figure that out yet?
Yes
it's
and
the
no.
gasket.
Yeah, the HVAC was the gasket, so they're coming on Tuesday to replace that. And then the plumbing was basically like they had the water turned off down there for so long. And then when they turned the water back on, it got the bowl got filled with just like a bunch of rusty water. So it looked like it was clogged with shit because it was super brown. And so hence us calling the plumber person. And he was like, oh, I just filled the tank, and if you look at the tank, like the water's perfectly clear, so it's not really like a sewage. It's not a sewage backup, so you're fine with that. And then he took a camera and went through the whole thing, or not the whole thing, half of it, And the problem that we're dealing with now is that at one point, this house was on a septic system. So septic tanks are usually in the backyard.
Yeah.
So the exit, like the pipe exit to the septic comes out the back normally, because septic tank's normally in the back. But the entire town's on sewer. So what they did was basically like take that pipe that's coming out the back and wrap it around the entire house and then go out to the main sewer line. And instead of like most houses that are on sewer, the exit pipe to the street is in the front. So as a result of all of the additional like twists and turns, like there's a lot more issues with it. And then he couldn't even get to the straight pipe that goes around the house to the road because he had used up all the cable from that. So we have like, I forget what they're called. It's not like spill outs or something like that, but like in the yard, there's like these little vent things that you can access the sewer line from, but you have to dig into the ground like a couple feet. And he's like, well, I need to like do the camera for the rest of it because you have this tree that's here. The root system might have gotten into the sewer pipes, which could be causing problems. So I have to essentially like find out where this spill out area is and like dig up the ground.
They do have those trackers you can put down in the sewer.
Well, he already did the camera. It's just the way that the pipes were lined up. Like, it used up all of the...
That's what I'm saying. They sell a
footage that he
Bluetooth
had.
tracker. You just drop the pill into the toilet, flush it, and it'll go wherever it goes.
I've never heard of that.
Yeah,
it's
they
fun.
use those like when they're constructing buildings and whatnot for
When you're
them
done-
to like follow the line to make sure there's no clog. It's just another way.
Yeah,
They
he
You
just
can
had
go a lot
like the-
further with it.
he just
Yeah.
had the camera on the line.
Yeah, he
Like,
just
even
got
just
there.
doing that. So for him, like cleaning out the toilet, essentially, because in order for him to use the camera thing, he had to disassemble the toilet and pull that off.
Makes sense, yeah.
Well, in order for him to do that, it's like $200 just for him to remove the toilet.
Wait, hang on. I gotta think of it because you guys are up north.
You
So
should have
it's
just
probably about 50 here. Okay.
you should have just had the new toilet, so you can just take that off. You got rid of
I
it.
know. I
Put
didn't
the
know
new
that he
one
was
on.
going to do that.
You should have
Because
asked.
he's like part of what we do. So he like replaced the like the gaskets and all of the hardware and
Cooper?
stuff.
How are
This
you?
is like this is our standard procedure
Watch
for
on. Oh, I
when we
have my
remove
chat
a
up.
toilet. Like we
Are you
always
see
replace that
Feld-
stuff.
Feldy
Well, yeah, it's
word?
supposed to.
And I was like, damn it! I wish I had a toilet picked out so you could just put the new one on. And he's like, well, we got along pretty well. He's like, well, if you need that done, just give me a call and I'll just like come over and do it.
Yeah, for another $200.
No, like just to help us out.
Off the record, yeah.
Yeah,
Gotcha. Yeah, I
Off the
didn't have my
record.
chat up.
that was pretty nice.
All the back and forth
Pro
between
bono.
Discord.
That's what you.
Yeah, pro bono.
Yeah, I got probably a few of those.
But he's just like, so like the bathroom's good to go. You need to figure out where that like, cap is for us to come back and do the rest of it. But you can use the bathroom now. It's totally fine. Just like it can only be like flushable things. You can't afford to flush something that isn't supposed to be flushed in this toilet. It's like, okay, great.
He's like, have you seen some of my dumps? Like,
Yeah.
some of those are questionable.
Yeah, so for him to come out and essentially do that,
Not
that was like
stupid.
$800.
Which
So you
would probably
can't-
be around 4 here. Okay. Just crazy to me, but it makes sense.
No, that was expensive for me too. I was like,
Oh,
I
that's
thought it was-
expensive for you. Okay, then okay. that
I
makes
thought it was gonna be like $500
if-
bucks. Like I'd be okay with, but I was like 800. I was like, Jesus. Just for that, like we don't have that kind of like we.
You just spent all your money, so
Yeah, right. So like we saved enough to do some like initial stuff, like like getting rid of the wallpaper and doing like basic stuff. But like we like to go into doing like HVAC, plumbing,
that's
and then
expensive.
let's say that the roots are in the septic line, right? And we gotta dig everything up and replace all of it.
But also,
And that's gonna be, and the town won't pay for that, so that's on us, and that's gonna be like
Oh, so you can also just cut
at
them
least
out
another
too.
5 to 10 grand.
I've seen people just cut them out with pipes and be done.
No, not around here.
Because I know Australia, I watch a YouTuber that does pipe cleaning, like zero pipe cleaning, and they just have a tool that just like a turbo on that thing, and it just blasts anything out of there. It's fun to watch. Don't know why, but it is.
Yeah, no.
He
it's
loves
me.
to watch Australian dudes blast other people's shit. That's what I just got from that.
Yep.
Yep. Like drain addicts. It's interesting what they do for cleaning drains.
Yeah, this kid
So
was
did they-
probably like, I don't know, like 20, 25, 26 maybe. And he was geeking out over the technology of the fact that he could put the camera in and then watch from his iPad.
Yeah.
And he recorded the whole thing, and then he sent me the video. It's like 7 minutes long of him pushing the camera along, and then his commentary on the whole thing.
Yeah, it's.
It's 6 minutes long. It's 6 minutes long.
Oh, a little bit of shit I'm here on the right.
Right.
So you have city sewage, correct? Did they ever pull your
Oh, it's
tank out
town.
yet?
Town sewage.
Well, it's here at city. Did they ever
Well,
pull the tank
we don't
out
live
or
in the
no?
city. Did they ever pull the septic tank out?
Yeah.
So my guess is no,
Okay, that's good.
because I think it would cost more. So like, it would
Well, I
cost
didn't know
more
if they
to
dug it.
pull the tank out. No, I thought the same. I've thought the same thing about. We've looked at a bunch of houses in this town, and like that had been mentioned, and so I'm like, did they remove the septic tank? And from everything I've gathered, they never do. They just leave it there.
Well, they're supposed to break it down and fill in the hole, but I didn't know if you actually could see a septic
Well, that's what I
tank
would-
lid and look into it.
That's what I would want them to do. Would be to remove the entire thing, so you never have to deal with it.
Because I know
Because what happens
here,
when the day comes where I'm just like, oh, you know what? I want to put an in-ground pool in, and they're gonna be like, well, you can't because there's a freaking septic tank down there.
so
I
have
just
a
dig it out and make a bigger hole
It's
for
like,
the pond.
good.
Cool.
Use that as the lining.
That'll be my swimming pool. I'll just fill it with fucking water.
Yeah. Dump some branch and you'll be fine.
Whatever covers have or like potentially were there are probably covered in like a foot of dirt by now, because they
Because it-
switched over. It like house was built in 65. I think in like the early 80s they switched over to sewer.
Really, that old over. Okay.
Yeah. So our exit pipes are cast iron. Like
Yes.
everything that leads into the main pipe, that's all cast iron. And then
No,
when it gets to the exit, it gets converted over to PVC.
Yes. Because the new, yeah.
which makes
So
sense.
do you guys have gray water?
So he's like,
Or does everything go to black water?
the hell is that?
It's basically a system.
Black
that-
water is sewage, which is you cannot have it exposed to groundwater. Gray water is for your sink, your laundry, your shower. That's what we consider gray water. You can just dump it out into the ground and that's it.
Well, that would involve some kind of filtration system, right?
No.
No.
No,
Well,
you don't.
yes and no. So it depends on.
I don't know
Depends
what
on
the
what
water
you're-
department.
Yeah,
I don't know what the
depends
water
on where
department does.
like here in the state of North Carolina, the way it goes, if you have gray water, the pipe can come out, but it has to go through like sand and stone, like 57 stone.
Well,
Like,
yeah,
just
it's like a septic
pour out,
system.
Yeah,
It's called a
like
leach
that.
field.
Yeah, I mean, but a lot of places now, the gray and black is just together, no matter what. So
I just
I
didn't
was
know
gonna say
how
as
it
far
was up
back
there.
because my only knowledge is from when we used to go camping. You had your black water, and your gray water tank, and they all got dumped in
Yeah.
the same area. So
yeah, it just got put together. So if it
I only know.
if yours goes to like a city or town or whatever the hell you want to call it, like
Town,
whatever
yeah.
treatment plant,
Yeah,
it don't matter. It don't matter who, if town, city, it don't matter. If it
I
goes
don't
to
even know
a
if they have a treatment plant. I have no clue. I grew up on
Well, if it's-
septic, so like I
if
only
it
know
goes to
Same these-
any,
septic.
if it goes to them, then yes, they have a
Some type of-
system.
I know there's only one output for all water sources from our place, so it has to be.
There it goes. To them,
So it
it's
has to
just
go to the same
gray.
plant.
Yeah,
Or
it's gray
either.
and black together.
Okay.
Mhm.
Because we have gray water separate than black water here. But that's just how we had it set up. It's easier in a septic tank.
So with septic, gray water essentially just bypasses and then gets filtered out into your leach field, which consists
No,
of
it's
like
two different
gravel.
Yeah, I mean, yes, and like
that's what my
It
dad's
just-
neighbor
it-
has. He has it so his gray water runs out to the ditches.
Yes, that's how we have ours.
No, that's no. Well, we also run on well water.
Same.
Oh, so you have a well.
So no, it's just because the water level in the town isn't very, or like whatever that isn't very deep.
So if you have, so you don't actually have city water then. Town water, sorry.
No,
Okay,
No,
You
we
have
well
town
water.
sewage, but not water.
no. I'm
Here's-
sorry. I'm sorry. Where I grew up was.
At
I'm
your
talking
current
about-
house.
No,
here's
I-
the better question to ask. What do you get billed from the town?
There we go.
What are you getting billed?
Currently nothing because I'm renting, but I don't know what it's going to be. I know it's going to be probably $200.
No, I don't. No.
No,
I
what
don't
are
need
you
to know
being
that
charged for?
now. Yeah, like
You have
water,
city sewage.
no-
Do you have city water tapped in?
Yeah, so I get charged from the sewer company and from the water company in town.
So you have
Okay,
city
so
water then,
everything.
okay.
Yeah,
At my new place, I'm just
Yeah.
I was talking about like before.
No, your new place that you're moving into is what we're asking.
All right, yeah. So I get a biannual bill from them
annual bill. What?
every 6 months.
What?
Wait, yours
Twice a
is 6
year.
months?
Yeah,
It's not, bitch, mine's 3 months. Every 3 months I get a bill from the city water and I don't even use it.
We get billed every month. Like,
Zucker?
well, I
Yeah,
don't-
I'm pretty sure that's how it is
Yeah.
here. Of course, mine tied in my rent. So
no. See, I don't
well,
have.
that's
to
what I'm
worry
saying.
because
Like, I
have
don't
a
know
well.
really.
yeah,
I actually have a will.
I know from
I
people
do.
bitching on the Facebook group about the water bills. What's up,
Like,
Bell County,
yeah,
Texas
mine's
Rail
every
Fan and
month.
Production?
Like, if you go into towns or cities, like here in the state of North Carolina, it's every month. You get billed every month.
It's every 3 here.
I've never heard that.
No, so we have to
Never, ever
pay
heard that.
$56 every 3 months just to have the tap, and we don't even use it.
Yeah,
You don't
we don't
use
use the
it.
tap water here.
Well, I mean,
Because-
hell, the daggum power company charges you for using them daggum lights that they put on the poles. Them,
Yeah.
you know, outdoor light. Yeah, no. Even if it is not yours, it is like on a dead pole, and it doesn't go to you, like hook onto your property, but it's on a dead pole. If it's still on, you get charged for it.
Wait, so they charge you for the pole that's not even on your property? They charge for the light?
Yeah, because it's an extension
What?
off of our pole. Yep.
Sounds like an HOA fee.
What? No, we ain't even a part of an HOA. Fuck that damn shit.
Yeah, it sounds like it is though.
Oh, Matt, see if you knew. You live out in a house or you live in the city?
I
Or
live in the
town?
country.
Okay. Whenever
Rural as rural can be.
we're here for our power, you had to pay and buy your own pole to put it in, your last pole. Power company does not touch it.
If you're building a new like house or something, here you can the power company depends on who you go with, because we have multiple different power companies. You have
Must be
Duke
nice.
Energy. Well, you have Duke Energy, Rutherford Electric, or Energy United, which they're the same one. And then there's another one. It's like Carolina Electric or something like that. But Duke Energy is the biggest one. It depends on who you go with. You can, like, it also depends on who's in that area. Like, if the power company out there is Duke Energy, you have to go with Duke Energy.
Yeah, that's
And
how
a
it
lot
is
of
here.
times they'll just go ahead and put the pole up, but for them to run a line,
Wait,
they
seriously?
they'll
They put it
they'll
up
charge
for you. We had to buy, I don't even know how much a telephone pole costs. We had to put that thing up and dig it in ourselves.
To my
they
knowledge,
do
the
that
energy
here.
company does it here, but like
God
Yeah, they
damn.
do it here.
cable and all that, they charge you. If you
Oh,
want
yeah.
them to run the line, then they'll charge you. But power companies, they don't charge you for the pole. They just charge you for the line that they run in from that pole.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's interesting.
Power company over here said it was about $300 for a pole.
Yeah, it's about 300 here and then too. Then.
Well, that's from the power company, not to.
Well, that's
Buy
the
it
only one you
yourself.
can buy around here.
Oh, okay.
Unless you can find a new one from a third-party seller, like it's all on Facebook. But
Maybe I'll start a
You're
telephone
gonna buy
pole
a power
dealing.
pole from Facebook Marketplace?
Yeah.
yeah,
Maybe I'll start
Yeah,
Power
you'd be
pole
surprised what you
dealership.
can buy.
Literally, you
You
can
buy
probably
a
buy
firework.
anything off of Facebook. I guarantee it. Almost anything you can think of off of Facebook. So,
P-
I don't know about
PJs,
around your
wallpaper
area,
steamers,
Brandon.
and power poles. There we go.
Mm-hmm.
Might as well look up a casket while you're at it.
I don't know about
there
your
was on
area,
Facebook
but
was.
the people on the Facebook marketplace around here is 100% scams for everything.
Oh yeah, That's all.
Some are here.
Yeah, but you're saying some. I'm saying almost all.
Well, I bought my cherry picker off of Facebook down the road for like $25.
You would
Exactly.
have a
Wait,
Down
cherry
the
picker.
road.
wait. What kind of cherry picker are you talking about?
For
Engine
25
lift.
bucks.
It's like a 2 or 3 ton
Engine-
cherry picker.
Oh, so engine hoist.
Yeah, I call it cherry picker
Oh, okay.
or engine hoist.
I mean,
25
yeah,
bucks?
yeah. Okay, that makes more sense. Whew, I thought you were.
I thought
actually
you were talking about a truck.
No,
Yeah, see, I thought
Yeah.
it myself. That's why I said.
That's
Yeah,
why
like the
I said
electrical
you would have a
pole
cherry
is-
picker.
Whoa.
oh, I'd love to have one. Trust me, I would love to have one.
That's how he
For
prefers to
what?
feed his ducks. It's from the cherry picker.
Yeah,
I can
he just
see
gets
that.
in the
I got a
bucket
tree to
and
cut down,
maneuvers it
so-
over top the duck pit.
Yeah, right over the center, so everyone's treated the same. And
Yeah.
then just
He just
you know,
sprinkles it out.
Bread. Yep,
Hell, it'd be a good deer stand.
it's like the salt, like the salt meme thing. Him sprinkling breadcrumbs from the cherry picker.
Little dab here, little dab there, just a little
Yeah.
bit. Sprinkles everywhere.
And then he does the LeBron James with the flower. That's his grand finale.
Straight nose dive.
Yeah.
He's got to do airplane noises when he does it. Yeah.
Yep. So a little explosion at the end.
Well, that was a little dramatic.
Yeah. And he's like, dollar bills, y'all.
It's
Y'all have
raining
bills?
money.
Because you're ducks.
It's raining money out here.
There's quite a few things I bought off Facebook was a good thing. So far,
The
I've
only
done-
successful things that I've found to be legitimate have been on Craigslist.
Wait, that's
no,
still a
not
thing?
here. It's all
Yeah.
spam. It's all spam here for Craigslist.
Oh, only the help, like offering services. Like,
Wait, why are you
Labor.
still on that page?
Seriously, I look up a carport on Craigslist. I get cars, I get trucks, I get
no,
anything.
see,
you
the
think
reason
of.
I stay on Craigslist is because old people are selling their shit off, and they don't know Facebook Marketplace, but they know Craigslist.
I absolutely hate Facebook Marketplace. I posted a couch for free. Like I couldn't even give it away. It's always like you have to jump through hoops for these people. It's like, will you deliver it? Fuck no, it's a free couch. Sure, you want to pay me for it? Then I'll deliver it. All the time.
No,
Always an issue.
Well, things got
I'd always tell people, they're like, will you deliver it to me? And I'm like, no.
Why are you yelling? Why
where
are
are
you
you-
gotta yell?
I always ask them, like, where are you from? And then I pick a grocery store or a very public place
You know
that's,
how many
that's
times-
halfway between, and I'm like, hey, let's meet here. So, like,
Do
I
you know
did
how
a
many
sketchy
times-
deal. I bought a keyboard
You know-
off of Craigslist one time, and I met them in the parking lot of a Market Basket,
Hey,
which is a
what?
grocery store. Market Basket. It's a grocery store chain up here. Very
Okay.
public, and they have very good camera systems. They have one on every light pole, so I was like, yeah, let's meet here. And I'll give you the money, and you give me the keyboard.
Yeah, the police stations around here, like
And
they
it's
openly welcome
it was
you.
halfway in between.
The police stations
yeah.
around here openly welcome you to come to the police station to do,
Yeah.
for that stuff. Which is nice because
And
they're always monitored.
and a lot of police stations actually have designated parking spots or like little areas,
Mhm.
and you'll see like sell points, and you'll look around and there's like a shit ton of cameras right there.
Well, I think that's
Just not
mostly for
being
like
followed.
custody stuff.
Yeah,
Well, no,
but
I mean,
that's
yeah.
what they were
No,
initially
definitely.
designed for. But
Yeah.
then now
Yeah,
with the
added
rise of
bonus.
selling stuff online, they're like, you can use that area too if you
Added
want.
bonus. Yeah. Like, it's kind of the same thing.
but what's real funny
You don't want to
is
get scammed.
always around here, like the police stations, there's a door. There's literally a door inside the police station, and you'll see about one or two cops. Don't matter what police station, and they're always right there.
Not my local one. You're lucky if you even get someone to answer the intercom when you buzz it.
Yeah, I
It's
used
like,
to work. At
here's
the
a cell phone number. Call this if it's not an emergency, and whatever officer's on duty will pick up. And then you call it 90% of the time they don't answer.
When I worked
They
at this
see it's your
lifeguard, I
numbers.
used to have to pick up a walkie-talkie from the police department, and so I had to go to the police department. Well, no, it wasn't a walkie-talkie. Sorry, it was a radio.
Thank you.
So if anything happened, I could literally radio to any police officer that was in the area to come. But I had to pick up the radio at the beginning of the day and then drop it off
Can't
at the end of the
come on
day at the
command,
police
that's pretty
station.
Did I ever tell you the
And-
story? Did I ever
Man,
tell
I
you the story
used to
about my
walk
dad?
in there just like wearing literally just my swim trunks and just be like, yo, I need the radio. And they're like, one moment, please. And then she'd like get up and leave. And then a couple minutes later, just like slide it under the counter. She's like, have a nice day. But you can just walk in there, and you can walk around the entire department if you want to. Like, there's
Not
no,
here. You walk in.
there's no security between the entrance area and then where the holding cells are. You can just walk right in.
Here you have, so you have to be buzzed in to even get in the police station. They have to buzz you in. And then when you go in there, it's like a small little room with just a window, and they talk to you through there. And then they're like, oh, well, you can wait, and they have like 2 chairs. And then there's like this huge metal door where that's how you access the actual police station.
Are you talking about the in processing side?
No. I'm talking about just to get
in-process.
into the police station. So our police station is the old fire station that they converted into a police station. And there's a front door where you go in, but there's a little intercom outside, and you have to press the button, and the woman behind the counter would be like, what's your purpose? And then you have to tell her, like, oh, I'm here for this, or I'm here to see such and such. And then they'll buzz you in, and then you go to, and it's a little, like, almost like a bank teller window that you have to go in.
Nope, I got this row.
And then
I got this row.
I gotta stop him. Hold on. There we go. And then you have to tell her what you're there for again, even though you just told her over the intercom what you're there for. And then if it's something that warrants a police officer, she'll go get a police officer, and he'll talk to you through the window. Now, if he has to come out of the door, it's a big metal door with like a number punch system on it, and that's the only way to get into the actual like police station, like behind that wall, is through that big metal door.
God dang, it sounds like me trying to get into the armory.
Yeah, it's now Milford's different. So Milford, well, I haven't been there in a new police station, but their old police station, it was like almost like a convenience store door where you just glass door, you open, walk in, and it's the same way. There's a metal door with a pin pad on it. That's the only way you can get in. Behind them, but there was like a counter with a big waiting area, almost like a doctor's office in there. But you talk to the it was a dispatcher that you talked to there through the window, and then the police officer would come out.
See, the armory on base, you can walk through the door, the main door, but as soon as you walk in, it looks like a massive like doctor's office because it's a huge counter, but there's individual little doors, and you have to walk up to the open one. Well, it's like the half doors. So the bottom half is only big enough for a rifle to go through, literally just big enough, and it has to be straight.
Did I just
You
get
can't do
disconnected?
it, curved or anything, or it won't
Yeah,
fit in. And there's a little itty bitty window in that door, and they have it open.
Did you
Like,
teach
that's
this shit
the-
stuff?
Like, highest I've ever heard of anything. God dang, you gotta go through a metal door in a small room with the. What the fuck? That's not even like that on base.
Yeah, that's a little aggressive.
Yeah, that's not even like that on a base.
Let me put it this way. So
It's supposed to be easily accessible to the public.
the state police
It is
barracks.
public funded.
The state police barracks up in Dover, their headquarters. So they have a museum there, and we went to the museum that day. And when we got out, like I was walking around because they have pretty much any of the different police cars, the different models and stuff they use. Yeah, hanging around the building. So I was just walking around taking pictures. There's no sign saying no trespassing. No public beyond this point. There's none of it. It's a sidewalk that wraps around the headquarters building. And I was just walking around taking pictures. I got stopped, and they asked me, like, they checked my ID and everything. They questioned me to nines why I was walking around taking pictures of police cars. I was like, I have an Instagram. I post on there. I said, I've actually had numerous troopers ask me why I was taking pictures when I'm, like, out and about, and multiple of them follow me. It's like, there's never been an issue. And he's like, well, you can't be back here. I said, well, I'm sorry. I just followed the sidewalk around the building. There was no signage whatsoever. And I even, because Dakota was arguing this with me, he was like, you probably went past a certain point. And I showed him on Google Maps. There is no signs whatsoever. And there's multiple people that
Yeah.
walk around there where they walk around. They're even like the vehicle shop taking pictures. And I'm like, there's no signage whatsoever. I said, I got stopped. He asked for my ID. He detained me for a while. Like I was there for like 15, 20 minutes, and then another one walked over and he was talking to me. But when I'm out and about, a lot of them were like, "Hey, I actually follow your page." I was like, "Yeah." This guy was not having any of it.
I think there was an auditor who actually went by and did that place, and he caused a whole bunch of ruckus. But they actually left him alone. Like after he proved them completely wrong, they had to let him go.
That's why I told him. I was like, I'm not here to do any harm or anything. I have an Instagram. I even pulled up on my phone. I was showing them to him. It's like all I do is just like take pictures of emergency vehicles and post them. So I don't make any profit off of it. It's just a hobby. I said I saw a couple other departments here that I've never gotten any pictures of before. So I was just snapping some pictures. He did not. He was having any of it. Like he hopped out of his Tahoe and he's like, hey. I was like, I'm sorry, I didn't know you were in there because I don't take pictures. If they're sitting in their vehicles, I don't take pictures of them. And I was like, oh, I'm sorry, I didn't see you were in there. I said, I wasn't taking pictures. And he's like, no, what are you doing back here? It's like, I'm just taking pictures of the vehicles. And he's like, he went on this whole spiel and he was like, he wanted to know my name and everything. He's like, get your ID on you. He actually took it back when the other one came over, he actually took it back and ran my name and everything. It's like, geez, even the guy, he was kind of mocking me. The other officer, he was like, oh, you got an Instagram page. Yeah, it's not uncommon.
See, I'd probably be in jail for that shit because I'd get an attitude with them. Ah, you don't? Oh, I'm sorry. Sorry you don't get out.
Yeah, I would probably have a little bit of an attitude.
I was like, we were just over at the museum, and so I just kind of followed the sidewalk over. The museum's a separate thing that has nothing to do with us. It's like it's run by the Delaware State Police, but whatever, whatever you want to say.
See, and that's also when I'd be like, well, if it's such a problem, maybe you, since you have a problem with it, can go get a sign and put up some signs around here.
Well, the best part about anytime I post anything with Delaware State Police, the Delaware State Police official Instagram likes it and shares most of it. So, like the one time I walked around there was just one guy that had like a hair up his ass that he wasn't having any part of it. But the official Delaware State Police Instagram page likes anything I post with Delaware State Police in it and will share it to their page.
So basically the PR person.
Yeah. It's the official page from them. It's like DSP recruiting or something like that. Anyway, PJ, you still here?
Yep.
Okay, I got a question about edibles.
Well, you're now talking to the most
before
recently
you say
lit
that, let me go get my Cheetos real quick. Hang on before you start talking about edibles. I want some food.
So my wife's card came in the mail today. And by the way, we don't call them dispensaries in Delaware.
Okay.
They are open compassion centers is what they're called here.
What?
Yeah.
Okay, that's different.
How liberal of you.
That's why my wife
Okay.
got her card today, and in the paperwork there was a thing. It was like open compassion centers. I was like, what the fuck's an open compassion center? And I looked at it, and it was all the name of the dispensaries that are near us. And I was like, they couldn't just call it a dispensary. It's an open compassion center.
Tell me you live in a liberal state without telling me you live in a liberal
Oh,
state.
I live in a very liberal state.
You go first.
I live in the conservative part of a liberal state. My county went red, so. But she.
Oh Lord, we can't talk about
She
that
got
right
put
now.
on. She got put on it because of her anxiety, and that's why you said you did that stuff, correct?
Yeah.
Okay. What is like? How much do you take?
Oh, well, it depends because, I mean, like I used to be a stoner,
Okay.
straight up. So, like,
She's never did any of it, so.
yeah.
One.
No, she's with me.
No.
She hadn't done any of it, and she refuses to smoke it. So she's the only way
No,
she's gonna even attempt to try it would be the edibles.
So, I got to the point where I was doing like you can put it into like one of the most purest forms is like a tar version of THC, and it's called like
They
a
call
rig.
it dabs.
Yeah, dabs. So like the people that I moved in with in the city, like they were doing dabs and stuff, and I was just like, oh yeah, like, I smoke weed, so that's fine. And I was doing dabs, and I just like could not. It put me in a state of anxiety that I could not handle, so I quit it entirely for like 7 years. And but like from the age of like 16 till like 24, 25, like it was a regular thing for me. But like having recently gotten back into it, I'd say if you could do an edible at like 5 milligrams, that should be plenty.
Let me see what.
But one of the most important things to understand is that if you're doing an edible, it takes time to like absorb into your system. So it could be like an hour to 2 hours before it kicks in. So if you're looking to like have some pain relief or something like that, just do it at least an hour in advance.
That's what she was talking about because she talked about it with. I'd always
because if you're smoking it, like you're gonna hit that, and within 5 minutes you're gonna be.
I knew
off your rocker.
I knew her boss was a stoner from the first time I seen her, and so my wife asked, "Is like, what's the policy and everything?" And she's like, "Oh, there is no policy currently. Like, just don't do it at work." And she got talking to her about it today, and she's like, "Oh, I'll make my own edibles." It's like, yeah, I called it. I called it 100%. She's like, "But whatever you do, don't do it when you're at work." She said, "Because it takes the time to get into your system, and you don't."
Yeah.
What? I was like, yeah.
Well, especially if you're doing it homemade, because I've done homemade stuff before, plenty of times. But from what I've experienced in like I'll do it at home versus like what they actually do. Like these are literal professionals, like using science and shit. Because I was like, hey, I've had bad experiences in the past, and I just need something that's gonna calm me down, but like not put me to sleep. And they're like, oh yeah, I have the exact thing for you.
Well, I got to look it on the website, and
And I was like, that's great. Yeah, but if you don't know, because all they do is give descriptions on the website of what it is.
Yeah.
You need someone to you need to talk to someone before that. Like you need to.
That's what she was going. She was thinking about stopping in them because she has to get her blood work done tomorrow. And on the way home, she was gonna stop in and ask. And I said, "Well," she's like, "Have you talked to PJs about it at all? Is it only that he was he pumped one before the stream and he was eating pizza rolls?" So that was about the best information I got.
Hilarious.
Yeah.
Oh, it's fucking hilarious.
No, I'd say I'd talk to someone about what your optimal in using that, what your best like optimal feeling would be, and they'll cater right to that. I was just like, listen, normally it makes me tired, and I don't want to be tired, but I just want to feel like a little bit relaxed, and like, I don't want to feel like foggy.
Oh,
And they're
so
like,
you
oh yeah,
just need me to come over.
and they're like, oh, just try this. Yeah, I did. I was just like, hell yeah.
And then pizza rolls are like, oh no.
Yeah, it's like, oh,
Dude,
we're in for it now.
he was
He was eating the
extra,
hell out of them pizza
and
rolls.
he was extra giddy that night too. I thought he was in a really
Yeah,
good
he was.
mood. And then when he said what he said, I was like, that explains the pizza roll.
Mm-hmm.
I thought he was making love with them.
Nope. No, actually,
Oh, you were. You were.
no, I'm just a much less stressed person.
Eating pizza rolls.
/ taking edibles. Yeah.
So I told my wife, I was like, you gotta realize he was like a lifelong pothead. I was like, so I don't know.
Yeah.
His dosage is
What-
gonna be.
Yeah. So I would say maybe lay off the, like, if she still wants to be functional, say like lay off the CBD portion of it. 'Cause
I don't even know the
they can
difference of it.
now they can separate it all out. Like it's crazy. Like they actually have like a complete breakdown of like chemical compound on the labels for everything.
Well, the reason she put it that they're wanting her to try it because they wanted to put her on antidepressants, and she's like, I'm not depressed. It's just anxiety. Like she goes, and we're both on the point where we don't want to take anything that affects the way our brains work. I guess you can say,
Yep,
like
I'm the same way.
antidepressants
That's
and
why-
anything of it. So I
Yeah.
was just like, I don't, I'm not
I've
comfortable
been
with
on all
that.
of
So
them.
that's, she said the alternative would be, the doctor said the alternative would be medical marijuana. And I was like, I'm fully blown against smoking. I was like, that's, I'm not, it's not gonna, you're not gonna be smoking it in the apartment. That's not gonna happen. She's like, I wouldn't smoke it anyway. She said the only thing I would try would be the edibles. And I told her that if that's something she wants to do to make her feel more comfortable, I'd try it with her the first time. So that should be a trip.
I mean, it's pretty harmless. Like I said,
Please be on a
if
stream night. I just want to see you off your ass.
Well, if everything goes well, it'll probably be tomorrow night because she has she has off until Tuesday. So
I'd say 5 milligrams would be sufficient for each of you.
So if it's like, because what, like, I was just comparing prices and everything, and it says they're 10 yeah, so it's a 5-pack, 50 milligrams, 10 milligrams of THC each. So you just cut one in half. Is that how that works?
Yeah. So
Okay.
yeah, yep. You just cut it in half.
Okay, I know this is gonna be a stupid question.
And-
Sorry.
Depends. Well, it also depends. Like, have you guys decided on like what strand or anything like that?
That was the thing. On the website it doesn't say anything about strands, which is why I was confused.
So there's like sativa and I forget what the other one is, and then they have hybrids. But again, it depends on what she's going for. Like, does she still want to be functional?
She said she's only going to do it on her days off, so I imagine she'd do it if it's successful. She'd do it at night before bed, so I don't think it really matters.
Okay. So I'd say a hybrid, and you can get ones that are, I think they're like 20 edibles. Each one's 5 milligrams for a hybrid, something like that.
See you, Michael. Yeah, because the nearest one to us, they're saying that their gummies are hybrids. Okay. I
Yeah.
see that now.
Yeah, and you can see if you scroll down the list, you can see that not all of them are hybrid. They're going to be like
It says, okay, so the options they have is 2-to-1, hybrid, indica, sativa hybrid, and
indica,
THC.
sativa. If you can find one that's just like purely hybrid. It's like,
Well,
I believe sativa's gonna make you a little bit more like chilled out, like just want to hang out on the couch. And the indica is gonna give you a little bit more like functionality, like, hey, if you need to go and do this, you can go and do this.
that's what I'm looking. The gummies or the app was looking at, or the hybrid, and they're on sale right now. They're originally $18 for a 5-pack. They're $12.60 right now, 30% off.
Hmm.
That might be the way to go.
Well, all I can say is, like, if your first time you don't care for what you experienced, try the opposite. Like, just don't give up on it immediately.
We shall see.
Yeah.
Okay, this sounds stupid. What does anxiety actually feel like? Just curiosity.
Like, everything's overwhelming and you feel like anything that you do doesn't matter.
So, for my wife, she overthinks everything.
Well, yeah, same.
And
well, so that goes with anxiety. That's a
her
little bit
brain, instead of like me, when I overthink, my brain's overthinking solutions. Her brain immediately goes to the worst case scenario and the
Right.
negatives of that, and
Right.
it's caused her blood pressure to spike. She worries all the time about stuff, and I'm just like, you just need to listen to me more. I was like, that's all you need to do. Just listen to what I'm telling you. I was like, because 9% of the time, I'm usually right.
Well, I mean, same.
And
It's always like, worst case scenario. But me as a like my own anxiety, like I have that same fear, and anytime I do something or anything, it's like I have to play out the worst case scenario.
that's exactly what my wife does.
So like what I think of, like I went and saw Blink 182 at Fenway, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I play everything out as worst case scenario. So I'm like, what if there's a mass shooting?
See, that's kind of like what because Ghost is going on tour, but they're banning phones. So if you take your phone into the venue, they give you a little pouch, and once you get past a certain point, it locks it. The yonder pouches. So we're both like, we're all sitting there like, that's not going to happen because we couldn't go because my dad being as sick as he is, we have a young one at home, well, preteen at home. If something were to happen, she needs to get a hold of us. Like we don't like that idea. So we're gonna skip the Ghost tour just because of not being able to have access to our phones.
Yeah. Yep. Pretty much. I always think worst case scenario.
Because I think of
find
worst
a
case,
solution
but
to it, and
not
then,
for everything, though.
Oh, literally everything I do is it.
Okay,
Every
so
day I drive to work, like the highway that I live on,
Yeah.
or next to, like that stretch of road is the deadliest in Massachusetts. Like in that 2 mile area where I have to get on and off the highway every single day. So I always picture worst case scenario. Like I anticipate or like I expect to get into an accident on the highway. And then I think of like all of the things that would happen as a result of that. And then it just becomes a spiral of...
See, I overthink things just because I over-engineer things. I think that's my problem.
Yeah, this is just overthinking the most basic of decisions.
Yeah, I do that. But I don't worry about it.
I sat in the kitchen for half an hour today trying to figure out what I was going to have for breakfast.
I didn't have for supper if I don't have that planned. We can sit here and just think of it for like an hour.
I have all the things that I need for breakfast. Like I know I'm gonna have eventually, but I sit there and I would like weigh out all the options for a half an hour. I'd be like, oh, well, I could do it this way, or I could do it that way, or I could have it like this.
I think I'm more ADHD.
If I don't do it this way, then like here are the negative repercussions of that.
Yeah, I don't do that much. Okay. I think I got ADHD because
my wife's brain.
Anytime I go 100%. Anytime I go in public, I just feel like everyone's staring at me, and I hate it.
Oh, I don't give a shit what people look at me. I mean, if you don't look at me, I'm gonna look at you back. If you look at me weird, I'm gonna look at you even weirder. So.
And then like I'll make a plan with someone like 2 weeks in advance, and then that day comes and I'm like, oh, can I find any excuse to cancel this, not go?
Tell me you have a friend coming from North Carolina.
No,
I'm probably gonna have anxiety in summertime then. That's gonna be fun.
That would be it, because remember we made that comment about going up to Salem during Halloween, and he's like, I'll do that. Day of, he'd be like, yeah, is there any way?
Yeah, I'm sick.
My dumb cat shit everywhere. Can't make it.
Yep. That's probably what would happen.
And you know what I would do? I'd pick up the phone and I'd call Mark. Be like, Mark, look at his living room now. Did the cat shit everywhere? He did. That lying son of a bitch.
Once I've found like the right mix for me, like that, I don't really have those problems.
You didn't have any problems that day. I can tell you that much. Good Lord.
Well, he did have a problem.
Pizza roll problem, but
yeah, he didn't fix.
He ran out.
We didn't have enough.
He ran out.
Right.
He did run out.
Not a sidestep. But what's tomorrow looking like?
Well, since we were supposed to do ATS last week, I would imagine we do ATS this week.
Yeah.
This week or this week?
I probably won't be around for that.
Okie dokie. Which makes it even more of a definite if I'm here to do ATS. So it's something I can do on my own. And if someone shows up and wants to join in, they can easily join in.
I've been playing Ghost Recon. I've been liking that. And Division 2.
I'm probably gonna download that one game I was telling you about the other day, Feenix.
Which one's that?
The one you haven't played in a while. Good while.
What's that?
Oh, Stranded Deep.
Yep.
Oh man, yeah. Oh.
They're making a second one. I don't know if you heard about that, PJs, or not.
No.
Yeah, you told me about that the other day.
Yeah.
Didn't really care for the first one.
What? It's so good. This is the best survival game I think I've played.
What? Better than the Forest.
Yep.
I don't know. The Forest was really
definitely better than the first Forest. Sons of the Forest can give it a run for its money, but for like a strictly like realistic
all right.
survival
No, you're right.
game, definitely Strand Deep.
Yeah.
I'm
That's
not gonna
right.
lie.
I didn't get far enough into it.
What about that game you guys played last night? Did you guys actually like it or no?
Yeah.
Last night, oh yeah, that was a blast.
Yeah, that was good.
So I
Fuck you,
joined
Connie.
and had a call. Like, god dang, I had it, like, as soon as I joined and sent those couple messages, I had a call. I was like, oh, well, fuck them.
Because my wife was like, she goes, those are my games. She's like, they're right up my alley. So if he doesn't want the bundle, just get it and I'll play them. So I was like, all right.
I think we can join in. It's not just 2 players.
It's not. Oh yeah, it's not. It's up to 5, isn't it?
Yeah.
So we couldn't play because we only got 1 key. So she would have. Oh wait, no. Does the friend pass work? Someone said.
Yeah, it does. It does come with the friend pass. So.
For what? The game?
So she could play.
So like, she's like, if he doesn't want it, just still get it. And every day she was like, has Peaches answered you? You can get the bundle. I'm like, he won't hear from him until Thursday.
Yeah.
And she's like, okay, well, you got 8 days left. 7 days left. Have you heard anything out? No. I was like, I can just get it if you really want it that bad. And as soon as you said something, she's like, he said he'll play it. Get it. Get the bundle. Yeah, fine. Jesus Christ.
Are you guys planning on getting Wreckfest 2 by chance or no? Whatever.
They're doing a Wreckfest 2?
Yes.
Yeah, I didn't know about that.
I did not know about this either.
And
It's gonna be a
obviously-
while, but I didn't know if you guys would actually play it, even though we haven't really played Wreckfest 1 that much recently.
If they ever figure out how the
if we-
multiplayer servers work, I'd play it more often. But it's like it's always an issue to get the server up and
Yeah.
working.
I said this before. Even there was an issue with the multiplayer server. I believe that's why. But Gmod would be fun to play, or some type of prop hunt game. Prop hunt game. Yeah. That's all.
And for that, we'd have to wait for JT because I don't think he'd forgive us if we did prop hunt without him.
Yeah, I've had Gmod for years.
Yeah.
It was fun the times we did play.
I don't know why you guys quit. I don't know if it was server issue wise or I can't remember why.
I think a certain someone lost interest in it. It was just me and JT at that point.
Ah.
Because he wasn't interested in doing anything other than 5M. So,
Yeah, makes sense.
and you join a public thing, it's just not as fun. 'Cause you got a lot of people just screaming into their microphones and all that other shit. It's just like, it's kind of lame.
BMG drive we should do. I bet that'd be fun. But that's not really up your alley, I guess?
There's really no purpose to that game other than crashing. Like what?
Yeah, I know.
That's the only reason I haven't bought it. For me, like NASCAR games and racing games, other racing games, you have like a career mode to do, which would keep me playing it. But just to drive around and crash your car, I have zero interest in doing that.
Do you remember? Do you remember the old PlayStation 2 game? It was called what was it? Burnout.
Yep.
Where you
I
could,
remember the name,
like-
but I don't really remember the game, to be honest with you.
you crashed into cars and you got money or points.
I think it was Burnout.
I think it was Burnout. That was a good game. That was fun.
I always like the motorcycle one where you drive around beating the shit out of everybody.
Road Rash.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
That was a good one.
Road Rash 64.
What was that one? God, they came back with it. It was with the like crazy. It looked like the one. God, the main character looked like the damn animal from the old Honey Puffs
The old honey
commercial.
puffs?
Yeah, remember the Honey Puff commercials? It was like a wolf or something like that.
Oh,
Cookie
Yeah,
Crisp?
that
yeah,
one.
Cookie Crisp.
No, I swear to God, it was like Honey Puffs. I know. It's like or the
Cookie
honeycomb.
Crisp! Honeycombs was it a bear?
Yeah, I think so. Oh no, I thought it was the bee with the
That's Cheerios.
with the honey.
Yeah, Honey Nut Cheerios.
No,
Yes.
yeah.
There's a bee that talked about the health
No.
or heart.
Are you talking about the little
No.
furball thing?
Yeah. Yeah, but there was a game that was like that. God dang it. What was that? They come back out with it not too long ago for people to play on uh PS4s and 5s. I think it was like Crash Bandit or something like that.
Crash Bandicoot? You talking about that thing, right?
What the fuck is that thing?
Yeah, that's the honeycomb guy.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
the
metal.
wild guy.
Yeah. Oh, it was
Yeah.
Burnout 3, by the way.
Burnout 3.
Talking about that guy? Crash Bandicoot?
Yes, that's the game I used to play so much on the PS1.
Yes, that's Crash Bandit. Yeah, I couldn't remember. I just seen it too.
God, I
So
remember
calm.
that game like I played it yesterday.
Battle or Medal of Honor. That was a damn good game to play.
If I haven't, I've heard of that, but I don't know if I actually have that one.
Cool. The very first game was really goddamn hard.
I remember Tap It on the Wii. That was fun.
Daredevil. Oh, that'd be right up killer. Oh, that was an old one too. A ATV2 Off-Road Fury.
Yep. Used to play that all the time.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, I got so bored with it though, because like after some time, you're just literally riding around doing the same things. It's like, okay. I remember when Cabela's Deer Hunter game came out.
I remember John Deere's farming game came out.
Oh, that
Oh.
was just for PC.
Yeah.
That was just for PC, but that's Need for Speed Underground 2.
Oh, that's a good one.
Apparently, you can play it on PC now.
What was that?
Need for Speed.
Oh, yeah.
Underground too.
Yeah, Underground 2. Sorry, I forgot. I gotta clarify. Of course, San Andreas, that was fun to play. When you had to type in the cheat codes.
You guys actually plan on getting GTA 6 and playing it online and shit, or no?
So I was talking to my wife the other day, and there might be, sorry PJs for this, but there might be a chance that I get a console for Christmas. Because I was like, I said I'm gonna need one because when GTA 6 releases, it's not gonna be on PC. I said, so if I want to play it when it first releases, I'm gonna have a console. Yeah, I kept telling her. She kept asking me. She's like, "You sure you don't want one of these for Christmas?" And I was like, "I'm not getting it just to play one game." And then I was like, I got to thinking the other. I was like, I'm gonna need one to play GTA 6 when it releases. So there might be a small chance.
I'm guessing a PS5 or an PS, right?
I'd prefer a PlayStation, but I'd take whatever's cheaper.
PlayStation.
I'm just a PlayStation guy. I've had every PlayStation so far except for the PS5.
I'm sorry, PS2s were so much better.
Yep.
I had the original PlayStation. I had like 3 PS2s. And I had PlayStation 3.
Yeah, I had the original PlayStation, and then I had 2 PS2s.
See, I like PS3 when it was the original big ones.
That's the one I got.
But when they went to the
That's so bad.
Slims, the Slims is where it really started screwing up.
My first paycheck when I worked at Walmart was a PS3, the one of the last original ones sold at that store. I was like, give it to me. My buddy was like, yeah, but the Slim's about to come out. I was like, I don't want the Slim. So them things are notorious for overheating. I was like, just give me that one. I want that one. That's what I bought with my first paycheck.
I bought a Slim when I was in the Air Force. It just came out, and I went to tech school, and that was the first thing I bought was a TV, a PlayStation 3 Sim. What was it, Modern Warfare 2? It just came out. And I think that was the only game I bought, and I spent all that money and still ended up liking Battlefield so much better.
Well, here's the real kicker: is I bought that, and then just like a few months later, went out and bought a 360 because of Left 4 Dead 2. I was like, I want to play that game. I played a demo on it on a friend's Xbox. I was like, you can only get it on Xbox. Well, I'm getting an Xbox 360 then. And then once I realized you could play it on PC, like I never looked at Xbox again.
You know, honestly, do you know how many people tried to convince me to start playing WoW when I was in the Air Force?
Do you know
Really
I used to make fun of my wife when I first met her? I used to make fun of her for playing WoW, and now we play it together.
I don't understand WoW at all. It's just too complex.
World of Warcraft.
Yeah, I know what it is, but it's just too complex for me to play.
It's so much better to play with people. Like back in before I started doing YouTube, I was in a guild with actually like active people, and we would just like this. We would sit there and play practically all night, just chatting with each other. And it was a Mumble server.
I remember
days.
Mumbles. Yeah, I remember Mumble.
So
I remember TeamSpace.
It was fun as shit, and we weren't. I don't get the point behind like the hardcore raiding crowd. Like they have to get all the bosses down and everything. We were just having a blast wiping on the first boss of the last.
Isn't that pay to win
raid.
or subscription based?
It's subscription. You have to pay a subscription to play, but no, there's no pay to win. You have to grind for all your gear.
I know Wizard 101 was a.
The only thing you can get, the only thing you can buy is cosmetic stuff. Like you don't get like the stuff that you buy. Like you can buy a helm, but it's just that appearance. It doesn't give you any stats. You can just what they call transmog, which means replaces the look of your current helm. That's about it.
I used to play Wizard 101. That was fun.
What I was getting at with that was, yeah, if I would have actually started playing WoW or got close to playing WoW, that would have started my PC gaming.
That's what
I guess you could say. That I probably would have started there instead of when I first joined with y'all and started with 5M.
That's how my PC days started, because my wife, again, she's played WoW since it initially released. I mean, we haven't played it consecutively, like we're not currently playing because the new expansion came out and we didn't want to pay $50 for the new expansion plus $30 for us both to have a subscription. So we'd have to put out
$50 and then you have to pay another fucking Jesus Christ.
It's $50 for the expansion, so we'd have to buy 2 expansions, which would have been $100. And then we'd have to both pay a subscription fee, which is $15 a month. So that'd be $130 just to keep playing. And we're like,
Yeah, no.
we'll wait because whenever a new expansion comes out, the servers get overloaded to the point where you can literally sit there all day trying to complete a quest, and you can't because there's so many people that lags out to where only a couple things spawn. Like you have to kill like 8 trolls or something. The trolls won't respawn because there's so many people, and it lags it out to where one spawns like every 25 minutes, and you have 300 people trying to do the same quest. It's like I have no interest in doing that anymore. I said when it goes on sale, we can get it and then play from there. But so
Yeah.
we've taken the last time we played prior to right before the expansion release was because the benefits of waiting out the expansions is towards the end of the cycles you get them for free. So a lot of times they'll have you pay $15 for the monthly thing and you get the expansion for free. The last time before that we played is when Tough was still hanging out with us because we were in a guild with Silent Fan and Tough. So that's how long ago it was since we played.
Have you talked to Silent Fan recently at all?
No, and I don't know what happened to him. I have talked to Tough within the last couple of weeks. When everything happened with Tyler, I actually, when we played Drunken Bar Fight, I accidentally invited him to the game instead of PJ's because I couldn't figure out how the VR hands worked in the little cell phone. So I accidentally invited him, and he messaged me and asked what was up. And I spent about an hour chatting with him back and forth, and something happened between him and Silent. He didn't go into detail, but he's not a fan of Silent Fan, and I haven't really talked to Silent Fan since he got like super political. Like he went off the rails there at one point. I was just like, all right, well, I'm out. And just the other day, I actually just removed him from Steam friends and left. I don't think I might be still in his Discord, but yeah, I unsubscribed to him and all that. I was just like, I don't know. He just went after he got divorced. He kind of went off the deep end. I know he's with someone else now. I don't know if that was what changed it, put a change in him, but yeah.
Hey, Keller, are you still here?
Yep.
Oh, talked to Dakota today. By the way, he wanted me to tell you that he's sorry for making fun of you a while back. And before you ask what, Dakota. Remember when all of us made fun of you for drinking orange soda for breakfast? It's been a while back. Yeah. He said it was you. Talking about drinking orange soda for breakfast or something like that.
I don't remember that.
Oh, either.
But all right.
Okay. Well, if y'all don't ever hear from me again, just know it's been fun.
The fuck you doing?
What?
I forgot. Yesterday was my stepmom's birthday.
Oh, you're dead.
Yeah.
Just tell them to send us an invite to your funeral. We'll piss on your grave for you.
Yep.
Hey, I'd be happy with that one. I just made sure that my ass is sticking up, and I'll have a little bullseye for Keller to piss on, so it'd be pissing right in my ass.
No, you just have one of those beer bong things mainlined into your ass.
Could you imagine
Funnel.
the funeral director reading that? He's like, he wants a beer bong funnel shoved in his asshole? They're like, is that correct? Is that someone pranking me right now?
Sticking out of the casket.
Yeah. His death wishes are he wants to be put in the doggy style position as the receiver.
Downward doggy.
Yeah. And a beer funnel shoved into his ass.
And he wants to be looking backwards with one hand with a thumb up.
Not just the okay sign.
Oh, I'm so fucked. Not to hear, I bet he won't forget about a birthday again. As Killer's pissing. Nope.
Yep. It's like right next to your coffin. It's got like a 30 rack of like Natty Light.
No, it's gotta be Jack Daniels.
It's got to be refilled often because you could probably chug 5 of those, working up enough piss.
Yeah.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Yeah. No, it's all for the funnel.
Oh God.
That's what I'm saying. Like right next to the coffin, you got a 30 rack sitting there.
Piss them out for my homies no longer here.
See, before they start pushing in the dirt, y'all can drink enough, crush the cans to it, and the hole with me.
Yeah, instead of flowers, just crush cans on your headstone.
And a funnel sticking straight out of the ground.
Anytime you visit, you can pour one down.
Could you imagine years later people walking by? I wonder what this is for.
Oh, you drop a penny in there. It's a wishing well. Matt's ass full of pennies.
Big quarters.
If you're lucky.
If it lands heads up, I would be.
Yeah.
Here, I gotta reach back here real quick. Let me see. Ah, it was tails. Damn it.
Wait, is that the plastic fake money? You cheap ass bastard! You couldn't even put a real penny in my ass.
This is not Monopoly. We do not pass go. We do not collect $200.
And the one day they have to like exhume your body. Like, I don't know, potential murder trial. Who knows?
Shut up. Shut up. Don't be putting that on the air. God dang it.
And they're like, this thing weighs so much.
His pelvic region completely shattered. What happened? Well, it's probably the 20 pounds of quarters in his ass.
Not to mention the entire coffin's filled with Natty Light.
Smells like a frat party in here.
Why is there so much piss in here? What the fuck? It smells like a porta john outside of a damn work site after the taco truck drove off.
Beer and piss. Oh, Jesus Christ.
Hang on, I need one more for the road.
Alrighty, well, y'all enjoy your conversation when we get off of it.
And just pit fest.
That's going to do it for me. I do have to be early in the morning, so I appreciate all of you still hanging out. If you like the stream, be sure to leave a like down below.
12.
Yeah.
I gotta go too.
Yep. I gotta get up early. So thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you guys next time.
God.
Bye.